So, got ourselves an interesting background. Honestly, this would look a whole lot better if I had the green screen behind me to get rid of the background. But nevertheless, welcome to the show, guys. Good to see ya. So, the real deal, I'm gonna look it up right now. If you're still watching, I'm gonna look it up right now. One sec. Let me just get it ready for you. I'm actually gonna read it from the newsletter that they did not long ago. One sec. Okay, I got the patch notes here. No, that's the wrong newsletter. One sec, let me get the correct one. Okay, here's the dev letter. Here we go. Here's the dev letter. All right, here I'm gonna show it for you. One sec. Okay. So yeah, if you're still watching, hey Sarla, good to see ya. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the compliment, Sarla. Good to see ya. Yeah, I got myself a better tie, and it looks exactly matches my profile photo. And I'm in the future, I'll get a green screen. I'm getting close to that goal there. So I figured to use this background that you see right now, and I might use this as a talk show or a podcast. We're talking to you guys. So I'm gonna add a display capture here for you guys. One sec. Let me just. I'm kind of doing this on the fly right now because we've got about 10 minutes to go here. One sec. Let me try this. Display capture. Display capture. There we go. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Hang on a sec. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay, display capture. Get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Get rid of the borders there. And there we go. That's it. So yeah, there we go, guys. This is the news dev letter I was telling you guys about. So this was earlier this year. I don't know the exact month, but this is when it first came out. Then we talked about the new continent. But this new continent that Tech talked about goes way back to 2018. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's the first time they ever mentioned the new continent. So I'm very interested to see if this looks the same what they're going to show us in the gameplay preview today. Now, the new screenshot looks completely different. I don't know if this is probably this is like an art concept. I'm not too sure. I mean, it looks pretty nice, but I'm not too sure if this actually looks like the real thing. And look at this. I mean, I like the look, but I don't know if they're going to keep the same look that they did on this one, where there was a lot more purple than green. Or maybe it's a colorblind filter. I'm not too sure. So one second, I'm going to catch up on chat, guys. Sorry for making you guys wait. I see you've chosen the correct out of the 3 options. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dev Lover. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is the proper Planetside lore. Yeah, Final Fantasy let's stream August 2020. August 2020. That's over almost over a year ago. That's a long time. Well, plans don't look too different what they had at first. So yeah, I got the thing ready to go. Yeah, so it's very interesting. I mean, I can barely see what's in the background. So I mean, the vegetation looks nice. It looks very similar to what we saw in Ezimir, more or less. So you know that Shattered Workgate area where you had to do campaign missions on the northeastern corner. This is what kind of reminds me of a little bit. And I'm interested to see if they're going to show how this underwater works, how this underwater section works. So I don't know if you guys know this, but underwater in video games is easy to screw up. But you guys ever played Super Mario Brothers? So you remember how Super Mario Brothers had the underwater levels? They figured out how to program it. They didn't have to program it, but it's still fun, arguably. So I wonder how they're going to do this, because apparently the Mosquito can fly underwater along with other vehicles. I'm curious to see how that's going to be done. I really don't know how that's going to work out. So it even says right here, ride the waves or dive beneath them, whatever that means. So yeah, so we're about 7 minutes away there. So I wonder if they're gonna show this. So this screenshot right here. I wonder if they're gonna actually show what it looks like in reality. So see this little tower here. I'll catch up on Twitch up by the way, guys. But you see, I wonder I wonder if they're gonna what kind of a tower they're gonna make here. You can see it right there. I don't know if it's gonna be based on a Crossroads Watchtower that you guys have seen in a lot of times in Indar or in Hassan or Amherst for that matter. I don't know if it's gonna be the same design or maybe it's gonna be something completely different. But I'd be very interested to see if there's gonna be any beachhead type of a fight that we're gonna have in this game. Kind of like D-Day, but I'm not too sure if this game's gonna have any D-Day type of combat. So it's gonna be very interesting. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on Twitch chat right now. Sorry for making you guys wait. I'm excited for the underwater battles. Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to do that, especially if it's going to be shown in a gameplay preview. Whenever I see the last few times I've watched these developer previews or live streams, they don't really show a lot of gameplay previews when it comes to playing with multiple other people. It's usually just them amongst themselves. But who knows? Maybe this time they will show something different. I don't know. We simply renamed their Lotus to Submarine. I don't know what to make of that. You already made a Navy division. Okay. Now I'm just thinking of I'm having flashbacks to that Austin Powers movie about the submarine now for some reason. Preparation H and all that stuff now. Yeah. Oh, it's up and live now? Okay, got it. I'm gonna get it up right now on my screen here. One sec. Let me get that self ready to go. Okay. One sec. I had it ready to go. All right, I'm gonna load it up for you guys in a moment here. One sec. It looks like they started a little early. That's good. Okay. All right. So they got it. So they are just starting. All right. Okay. Here we go. Sec. So they haven't started yet, so we still get to talk about it. One sec. So yeah, Sarlo and anybody else, if you guys are watching, you guys are welcome to join on my show after the developers are done talking, so we get to discuss about it. So I'll be working on that. New vehicles? I wonder. I don't know. We're about to find out because I don't think I heard any mention of new vehicles. I don't know. But I got this lovely little background here for you guys to look at. It looks I spent a lot of time just to make this for you guys. So Sarlo and Real Deal. So this is an easy question, but which continent is this? What's in the background here that you can see here? Which continent is this? It should be an easy question. Which continent is it? Correct. Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. Out of Amrish, Hassan, Indar, and Ezimir, I'm not sure which is the best one. Andril Var, how you doing, Andril? How you doing? Welcome to the show. How are you doing? I got the Planetside 2 dev stream up on my screen here, but they haven't started yet. But we're gonna be watching this together, and I'll provide my input whenever I think is necessary. So I'll try not to talk over them too much because yeah, Indar is still the best continent as of now. So everybody keeps saying that. Everybody keeps saying Indar is the best continent. So I like to ask, why is it arguably the best continent? It's because you get to do aircraft gameplay, vehicle combat gameplay, construction gameplay. Is that the main reason why everybody says it's the best continent? Because I'd be curious to know. I mean, even Bastion fights there also are pretty interesting to look at, right? Oh, sure, is going to be the new Indar. I don't know. I'm very optimistic, but I am hoping that I'm very curious to see what they're going to do this time around. Whoops. So yeah, they're still starting. One sec. Let me get the display capture started. So yeah, you can see that it's still starting, and I'll be switching over to my display capture in a moment here when they start. So one sec. Let me just put that a little bit there. So yeah. I'm very excited. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. Oh, by the way, guys, I know this is unrelated, but let me just say that Planetside 2, as you guys know it, there's still nothing out there. And some people in the community have said that Battlefield 2042 is something that it tries to be like Planetside 2, but from what I have been hearing, it's nothing close to Planetside 2. In fact, from what I've seen of gameplay footage from other people, Planetside 2 is more stable by comparison. Yeah, there's no imagine yeah, just imagine hoverboards flying everywhere in that game. Can't believe the launch ended up that way for Battlefield. Battlefield just became like Call of Duty now. Yeah. Rantanen, hi, good to see how you doing. Battlefield's come and go, Planetside forever. Yeah, that's because BF 2042 is still beta. Yeah, we're holding this game together the last couple of years. Yeah, actually, it's been more than a couple of years, but I'm so glad that I mean, still, when I look at Battlefield 2042, this game, Planetside 2 is a masterpiece by comparison. I'm saying it right now. I mean, there's flaws. I don't know how many flaws are in this game, such as anti-cheat, but I'm not too sure. I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me on that. But despite the flaws, it's still pretty enjoyable. But I only play from time to time. So, for example, I played today, which I will after this show, and I take a break maybe 2 or 3 days so I don't burn myself out. Yeah. And you know what's sad? The real deal? A game that's in beta and they're charging you full price for it, $100 or more. And this is just US dollars. Imagine that in Australian dollars or any other currency. That's not good. And the fact, oh, here we go.
That's the intro. That's the intro. Hello, everybody. It's been so long. Hopefully, my audio is coming through okay. Hopefully, my webcam is coming through okay. If I'm muted, this is going to be very disappointing. um, let's see. Let me just check on something real quick. We have Mithril in chat helping moderate. Audio is great. Webcam looks good. Thank you. Thank you all. All right. So last time we did a live stream, this was a year ago, and during that live stream, we had a lot to share, a lot to talk about what 2021 would become, and we were able to. Oh, hold on.
The video's not
Is
working. There it is. Now it's working. Oh, it froze again.
Is my cam frozen?
Yep, the cam froze.
No. That's fine. Everything's good. All right. Are we back? Man, all right. This is what we should expect in 2021, I think. So, yeah, in
Never change, Rail. Never change.
Did a live stream talking about all of the goals that we had for the year, and one of which was something that I was particularly excited about. It was a new continent. I did release an article about this, so I'm not going to rehash it, but that's something that we'd like to share with all of you today. Aside from that, though, thank you all for having or for helping Planetside 2 be successful through 2021. It's been a heck of a year. If you saw the patch notes yesterday about today's update, which is live now, if you wanted to go jump in and play it, totally feel free to do that. But yeah, it's been kind of a whirlwind. So at the start of the year, we kicked off with some outfit wars. Tried to flesh out that system a little bit more. Went through some trials and tribulations just with the the drama. There was a lot of there are continue to be issues with the format, and that's maybe something that we can try to address again next year, as long as we don't repeat what we did at the start of this one. Uh, then we kind of moved on with the chapter 3 of Azimir. Definitely stumbled a lot over the creation of that. The containment sites were big and ambitious, and we had a fully fleshed out testing uh, panel. Lots of people participated, so thank you all for the community. We were able to make a lot of changes, but we started running into like technological errors that definitely slowed us down. So the first 2 quarters, it was definitely just kind of trying to get our footing, and then come summertime ish, we totally revamp NSO. Massive undertaking between just the art that was involved and actually disciplines all across the board, and even outsourcing. Uh, it was a massive production, and also one of the smoothest releases for an update of that scope that we had done. And we did some things in between too. I think one of the bullet points on that list that we shared last year was graphics improvements. So God Race came back. We actually changed the lighting system, and it's much. I think the differences are subtle, but it's better overall. Didn't get quite as far as maybe we were looking to get on some of that stuff, but it continues to be improving. Uh, I think it's every couple of updates. Maybe we like sneak in some stuff that kind of just increases the overall fidelity in the game of kind of subtle ways. Whether it's just fixing some shadow issues, or we actually did some usability stuff too with the introduction of your colorblind settings and that sort of thing. So we've done a lot this year. Um, and that's not even touching on like the stuff that happened toward the end, right? Where we have a new player experience. Totally ran through. First time we've done voice acting in a long time. So had uh, a whole new tutorial that was like totally remapped from the ground up. I'm oof man, it's been a long day, been a long week, been a long year. But anywho, now we're here. It's November, and we are celebrating the 9-year anniversary of Planetside 2. It's a pretty cool thing. 9 years. I think many games kind of they have high hopes, and they come out and they're just like the hotness for a little bit, and then they kind of fade into obscurity. But we've had a core community for a long time. 9 years is it's a really good run, and it's far from over. Like, we're going to continue to improve upon Planetside 2 all through 2022. Definitely have some ambitions for that as well, and some of our ambitious projects you'll get to see today for what's coming toward the end of December. But see, static screen, not super entertaining, uh, but we will jump in and start. Actually, I got a battery of things to kind of share with all of you today. So one of the things that we did, I wish I had more entertaining footage. That's all right. We'll be flipping. Uh, One of the things that we did this year, and by we I mean the community for the most part, was the Extra Life, ran an Extra Life campaign, and we raised more than. And I am life is hard when you're running this from home. Just kidding, everything's good. But we ran an Extra Life campaign, and we were able to collectively as a community through donations, not just from Daybreak, but the vast majority through from the players. 32,000, more than 32,000 donated, which is awesome. It's absolutely amazing. Congratulations to all of you, and I hope this money goes toward benefiting the lives of just as many people as it possibly can. And the Extra Life organization is phenomenal, and this sort of thing happens every year, and we'll try to keep up this tradition as well. But in order to kind of thank you, actually, let me run through some of who we had on the team. So Kamikaze78 uh, did an amazing job. Sokar's Legion, amazing job. Oh, I'm on the hook for doing a, a squad up with Sokar's Legion too. So that'll be fun later. I think that I'll be leading the platoon. Daybreak Games, of course. Archie James the Muppet, Commander Sirius, Turaf, all sorts of
I
contributors. So
unfortunately was busy with in
thank you
real life stuff, so I couldn't
for making
participate
this
on this. I wish I could have.
a success, and to kind of support in that endeavor, or rather reward you all for your participation. Uh, we've spent a little bit of time to come up with a cool reward that all of you can redeem in game, starting right now. Like I don't have the keyword up on the screen, but if you go to your depot and you redeem Extra Life 2021, you get a free helmet. It's pretty sick. uh, and Mithril will repeat that in the chat, and we'll be sure to have reminders and such too, kind of after the fact. But moving on. So we are here to talk a little bit about gameplay, or a little bit about something new that we've kind of got going on. And I figured that we'll jump right into it. Let's see. So as you all know, just as a preface to all this, we are working on a new continent. It is the continent of Oshur, which is intended to be an island continent. You got water, of course. It's an island archipelago, and the story kind of behind the continent, as we move over, show you just a wee bit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, there it is. Okay. Very work in progress. I want to kind of get that out of the way right at the top, and I'll talk a little bit about the continent's development as well. But the island continent of Oshur was a it harkens back from a time before the war, before the Iraqian War, when the Terran Republic, and as many of you know, the expedition through the wormhole is what led people to Araxos, and there within everybody was Terran at the time, and Oshur was one of the continents that they kind of sort of colonized, and there are no warp gates on Oshur. The as political tensions rose and people started to kind of split off into their little sub factions.
Oh, the
The
stream is
island had
lagging.
to be evacuated. No rebirthing matrices,
Oops, stream is lagging. Stream is
or very
lagging.
little access to them. It just didn't make sense to stay on the continent, as one can expect. The risk of real
Nothing's
death
wrong with
is not great.
nothing's wrong with the
Not many
stream.
people like to do that. So
There's lag.
that being said, let's see how the gameplay
Let me refresh the page here. That should not be happening. One sec. Let me try that.
We all good.
There we go. Quick refresh.
Oh, video feed looking choppy. Okay, well,
Yeah, it's choppy.
see if I can fix that a wee bit. Boop.
Still choppy.
How's that?
Oh, it's still buffering.
Still choppy? Still choppy. Well, it is what it is, my friends.
Still choppy.
Alrighty. And now Mithril, if you're in chat.
Okay.
Are trying to help out? I'm not going to be able to see stuff while I'm in full screen.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's looking wicked choppy. Come on, live stream.
It's still choppy.
Well.
Okay.
So in game it's totally smooth, but this live stream looking super choppy. Let me.
Yeah.
Hello 2021. Hello first stream of the year. Let's see if we can make life a little bit better. Chances are probably not.
Okay.
I'll take any sort of feedback.
One thing I noticed right away is there's not a lot of cover. It's a beach setting,
for the first
sort
and
of.
only time.
Tropical setting. That's what I like to call this.
Let's see. All right. Well, if anything comes up on how we could, let's see. Got some. Okay. Got some advice. Let's see. I don't know if it's an in-game thing. But we'll.
Mouse is lagging a bit.
See. Can I put? I can throw smoothing on. Oh wow. Okay. Thank you, Tony Morton.
Okay, here we go.
That's a fun trick.
Finally.
Legit. All right. So the island continent of Osher. Let's see. Got a little bit of. I think it should be all good. Okay, we're all good. So the island continent of Osher. Some of the things that you'll find here within are. Hold on, I'll just fly a little bit. Let's do this first. So, water, of course. All of the islands are either accessible through small little canals or over bridges. And what we want to do is kind of give you a tactical option. We're focusing very heavily on logistics, and the islands themselves are going to be. So you'll see some markers that just are where bases are kind of sort of going to go. Much of the continent that you'll see is mocked up, and I'll talk a little bit about the development process as we get into it. But we've learned a lot of lessons from just the development of previous continents, but also just kind of as a mirror and what things didn't work about some of the theories that were applied. So you're going to see like a lot of height differentiation, but it's somewhat isolated. You'll see beaches alongside some sheer cliffs, and the actual contested areas themselves will be somewhat localized for the most part, though there's some areas that kind of blend it all together. The distance between bases is something that we'll need to work out, but this is a big space. This is a full 8K by 8K continent, so you're looking at Indar. But with water, and despite there being a lot of water, there is also a lot of landmass, and we'll run around a little bit and show you what's up. But where'd my thing go? Where we go? It's over here. Yeah, so you're looking at palm trees. You're looking at savannas up in the some of the sort of like meadowed areas. Again, very work in progress. So you're going to see floating stuff. You're going to see textures that are simply unfinished. How we're developing Osher for the time being is doing so in passes. So we get a very like rudimentary pass in, just so that the designers can see, what they're kind of working toward. Even the gray textures on the rocks, something that's totally going to change. That's a placeholder for the time being. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, so a lot of height differentiation and the ability to get to and from bases is still. Springs are still kind of loud. I wonder if I pulled down the wrong change list. Nah, should be all good. Anyway, as you can see, like a lot of different height variation. Vehicles are going to have a heyday being able to kind of just run around. And I'm going to turn down my audio just a wee bit more.
Notice that there's big cordium everywhere.
Hold on. Okay. Gotta reduce that desktop audio. Can we also hear? Good. Gravy. Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about the development, but everything is very sparse, very kind of placed in mostly in like places and stuff. We've kind of littered everything with props, and then we're going through the process of kind of extracting the stuff that we don't need. And the reason that we're doing that is just it's a lot of map, and it's much easier to kind of like fill a space and then remove what doesn't make sense, or to carve paths, than it is to like, a tree should go here, a tree should go there, that sort of thing. But you'll see that on the beachy sort of areas, you have water that leads up. It's kind of like it lets you establish beachheads onto the actual islands themselves, and then sometimes you'll either run through a jungle biome, which is sort of what we see here. It's not fleshed out. It doesn't have all of the little roots, and none of the flora is done, so you're not going to see that. But of course, that'll add a lot of life to the continent as well. And there's all sorts of different trees and shrubberies that undergrowth that'll go there as well. One of the things that we're focusing on for this continent when I talk about lessons is that we're going to have shielded Sunderer garages on the vast majority of bases. There will be plenty of bases that are outdoors, meant for you to construct and build around. But actually, why don't I just... But for the most part, you will see You'll see many of these sorts of structures. So this bus barn is really good, and very likely we'll have a generator up in the next door as well. How much nitty-gritty do I want to get into? Yeah. Okay. We'll just continue driving around. I don't want to get into all that. But yeah. So that's kind of our mentality. Is like Sunderer Garages is something that we wanted for a long time, and we sort of experimented with it on Azamir. Don't really like the tower locations, or kind of like a what we could do with what we had. But since we're starting fresh from the ground up, like we are mapping out where all the bases go, we are looking at just thinking about the lattice and kind of having that in mind when talking about like approach vectors and that sort of thing, just how Sunderers are going to be able to survive. We don't want this place to be continually hammered from long distances. And so you'll see just that the islands naturally kind of break up some of the sightlines too and give you a very specific sort of approach when dealing with things. Let's see. I want to show off the water. Yeah, let's show off some of the water. So, a very heavy work in progress. Again, going to say it over and over. You will more likely see the water kind of. So instead of the fogged out areas over here, it'll look a little bit, you know, a little bit more fleshed out. Except we still want the fog. Elsewhere, it's just conflicting with the water plane right now. And water tech, just to kind of back up, our wheeled vehicles will float along the surface. Our air vehicles will travel either beneath the waves or the jitter. Got that cleaned up too. So yeah, like the wheeled vehicles will kind of move along the surface like so, while the treaded vehicles will dive beneath the planes. You can see the some of the caustics underneath the water. And this will be kind of like an alternative to getting across a bridge, which can be stuffy and contested. You have sort of garages that are either going to be natural or integrated within the actual continent itself. I'll show more of the water later, no worries. This entire continent, and then you'll also see two new facility types. The first of which will be, some of you might remember some of these objects. These are still placeholders, but this is from the Interlink, and we're creating a new satellite-style base called an Interlink Array. So it's not something that it's not the one that was teased on Hassan. That was massive. It was very porous and easy to attack from way too many directions. But we'll be creating a new structure, kind of using some of those props as a baseline. And then also we are planning to, though this is still, it's one of the things that might end up on the chopping block if things run long, but this massive spire right here that looks a little bit like the Seattle Space Needle. We want something that kind of contrasts the sort of the lower planes of the rest of the continent, something that's vertical, iconic, that you can see from a long distance. And how that base would function is essentially that you'll have to go there, you'll have to fly there to attack it. Not going to be able to take an elevator up the spire, not going to be able to take a teleporter to the top. Very logistics heavy to both attack and defend. But let's get into it. So let's say, one of the cool things about water, especially in a harasser, is, I think I do still have some of the earlier audio. One of the cool things about just water on this continent is if you need an escape. No, I don't have my turbo, so hopefully, nope, that's a tree. Okay, everything's good. Is that you can kind of just jump into the water and then be at victim of everything else, but you have options. If I were to
Slow.
say we'll cruise around for a little bit, and I'll take you on a tour with the Sunderer as well.
Turbo works on water. Nice.
So the Sunderer, again, another wheeled vehicle. So slow. That can float along the water surface. And we're going to be tuning all of these vehicles individually. Some of the tuning is good on like what you see the Sunderer as right now will very likely be close to how we expect it to perform on live. Same with the Harasser; those are both fairly solid right now. And then I'll have to take a look at the Ant just to double check. Air vehicles will be able to go beneath the surface, except for like the Galaxy and the Valkyrie, which will very quickly float to the top. It's kind of the big boys. The treaded vehicles will move slowly beneath the water, and probably most importantly, or most worth noting, is that you cannot fire weapons underwater unless they're of a specific type. And if you've ever shot guns underwater in real life or you looked up YouTube videos, you'll find that bullets don't really travel that far. So, one of the other things, though, is that infantry will move along the bottom of the water, and during this, we can talk a little bit more about the development. I totally forgot Mithril.
That's
I totally forgot
cool.
we're giving away stuff.
That
Why
looks
don't we run a
cool.
giveaway? What kind of
That looks
talking
cool.
about all this stuff? I don't have the chat app because I'm at full screen. And just really quickly, let's pull in a guest for the live stream. I'll go back to windowed modes. Hopefully it won't be choppy again. It's choppy? No, it's great. Cool.
Better.
Awesome. Let's pull in a guest. Why don't we pull in
Mosquito.
our audio designer, Homero Sanchez. So can we pull in Homero? See what we can do. Let's talk a little bit. Do. Oh no, we're on other sides.
Homero got demoted.
We're all good. Hey, Homero.
Hear me?
Yes. According to the live stream, you are now Rel, and I am Homero Sanchez, and this is totally fine.
Oh.
Yeah. But why don't we talk a little bit about some of the considerations with audio as it related to the underwater. Let's see if I can get some gameplay up in the background too. But yeah, actually, why don't you introduce yourself first, Rel? I mean, Homero.
Sure. Hey everyone, my name is Omero Sanchez. I'm a senior sound designer here at Rogue Planet Games, and happy 9th anniversary to Planetside 2. Excited to be here and to tell you guys a little bit about the underwater mechanics and how that affects, or rather, the audio part of the underwater mechanics and how that will affect Osher and whatnot. So, unfortunately, I kind of come behind a lot of the other disciplines in the game, so I wish I had more for you to see, but we do have some placeholders and stuff, and you actually can hear a little bit of the tech, I guess, going in there. But I guess the main thing I wanted to talk about is that we're really trying to leverage the engine to kind of help separate out different categories of audio, so that when you do go underwater, you're actually going to call out a lot of the outside of water explosion sounds and gunshots, and sort of cull any of the relevant or irrelevant sounds, so that the only things you're going to hear is more of the stuff around you. You'll still hear some explosions and stuff, but you're going to get a lot more water sounds. Underwater explosions will definitely be more present to you. Vehicles underwater, or you'll still hear vehicles that are on the water, but not necessarily as much vehicles that are on land. So it's kind of a balancing act to try to get those important sounds for the player, playing in the right spots.
Yeah.
But
That's super freaking cool. We ran into what it seems like just a lot of kind of unforeseen tech hurdles going through this. Planetside 2, it was developed way back in 2012 originally, and then 9 years later, I think we're still being surprised by some of the stuff that kind of takes place. But yeah, I mean, we're working through some of those problems, and uh, we've kind of been investing in tech a lot this year when it comes to solving problems and kind of just like making or improving upon Forge Light, and it's been really cool to have that happen. Some of our more recent hires have actually been great in solving problems that have been around for years and years. So super cool to see that. And then actually, Homero, we did talk to. Man, I keep forgetting her name is Dawn Bennett.
yes,
Uh,
Don Bennett, VO, yes,
yeah, for the
for the new player experience.
yeah. Could you why don't you share kind of like a little bit about what goes into the voice recording in general? I was able to sit in on it for like the first time ever, and I was just grinning ear to ear the entire time. It was super cool to watch somebody else work. But yeah, what's kind of the method of getting somebody set up to do voice acting, or even just like prior to that? Yeah, I'll let you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely there's quite a few steps, including, I mean, we're starting with like the pre-production work of like getting a script. You know, obviously there's a big there's a lot of design work that needs to go in, on the front end to kind of get an idea of what are we doing, what is this new player experience going to look like, what are the basic like sort of steps in this experience, right? So all the way from the beginning of the tutorial to the very end. And so a lot of that stuff kind of has to be in place because we need to write the script, write the lines, and then make sure that they're in sync with what's actually happening in the tutorial. So we actually did a lot of robot text to speech, sort of, so to speak, just to get quick turnaround time, so we can make lines really quick. Run them. I run them through a script to create like robo voice, text to speech, and that way we can hook them up into the game, and then we play through that tutorial and iterate on it. And it's like, oh, this line's good. This line takes too long. We need to shorten that, or this is cut. We don't do that anymore. So we got to get all of that ironed out, because once you actually go into the recording booth, time is money, among other things. But also, we got voice talent that they've got busy schedules too, right? So we're trying to schedule everything and hit it, measure twice, cut once, right? Is the old saying. So
Right.
so there's that aspect of it. But once you're actually in there, we actually, since we're working from home right now, and we are voice talent, Dawn, she isn't here in San Diego, so we actually did remote recording with the studio that we contracted, and then I took those VO lines and edited them and put them into the game. But yeah, it's a fun process working with the talent too. And yeah, Rel got to sit in on that for the first time, and it is a lot of fun. It's such a great feeling when you hear that voice coming out of your headphones, and you're like, oh my god, that's it. That sounds so cool.
And we got plenty of kind of what do you call them, auditions, or is it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
auditions. So we have these, what we call sides, which are lines that sort of run the gamut of all the different sort of emotions or intensities for that speaking role. So you can kind of get this is a whisper, this is quiet, this is angry,
Interesting
this is a
underground
shout,
plants there in the
this is
background.
hey, don't do that, friendly fire, and get all of those different intensities, so you can kind of get a good idea of, is this the person you want to cast, or is this someone else that's going to be a better fit.
Yeah.
And actually, just real quick to talk about like voiceover and stuff, it's funny because there's so many different aspects of it, and I know there has been like um, call for more voices in game and stuff, and it's definitely something that we are conscious about and we think about it, but there are definitely still some technical hurdles, which we, as we continue on, we are solving some of them, but we're still like not at the point where we can just drop a whole new voice set in, willy-nilly, no problem, right? And as you notice with like the NSO, um, we did use some of the existing VO, but we applied an effects filter to it. But in the future, if we can get some as the tech improves too, it would be nice to start applying real-time effects instead of baking them onto the actual files themselves, so that'll give us a little bit more variety. But we're not quite there yet. But looking towards the future, maybe 10th anniversary, maybe 12th anniversary,
It's
maybe
totally possible.
20th anniversary.
Oh man. Whew, 20,
I can only
yeah, sure.
imagine how difficult it must be
Just
to
know
program this
we are
game on this
thinking
engine.
about
I can only
this
imagine.
stuff too, even if we're not able to get it in right now. We're at least thinking about it, and we appreciate the community.
Some game engines are easier to work with, and some others are a little bit more
folks out telling
difficult.
us, hey, we really want this, and
That's that feeling
we
I'm
feel you
getting
too.
from
We want
this.
it too.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. So I'm in the background. I have some of the water gameplay up still. I don't know. Is there anything that you kind of covered? You covered a lot of it. What actually you want to hear some cool sounds?
Yeah, I don't know if they're all playing in there too. We're
Hold
still
on.
the biggest part right now for the underwater stuff for Osher that we're working on first is just getting all of the technical stuff ironed out. Especially because it's a sandbox game, right? So anyone can do anything at any place at any time, and we kind of need a cover for all of that. And we also need to make sure that we're retrofitting everything, all of the existing content in the game with it too, from a tech point. So that's a lot of the work. So there's some placeholder sounds in there. There's a lot of sounds that aren't quite there yet, but they have, we've tested them to at least make sure that they work, and then we'll go back and put the final stuff in. But yeah, some of the stuff you'll hear is submerged sound. You should get a feedback sound when you submerge yourself into the water and when you come out of the water. And eventually in the final product, you'll also have a unique sound for when a vehicle goes into the water, when a vehicle submerges or just splashes into the water or comes out. Right now, I think the only sound is a infantry person. I don't know if you can.
Let's see. Let's do a little bit of
That's
splish
playing here.
splash. I think I have. I think you've already.
I had to pull out some stuff because we came across a technical bug that it was going to be. Yeah, it was in the long run. It was better to pull out some of the stuff than to leave it.
Right. But yeah, if you listen closely. Hopefully, everybody can hear that.
There's already the regular water splashes, but when you actually submerge yourself in your camera,
It sounds like we're underwater.
You see that screen effect, you will get a
I love it.
distinct change in sound.
I can barely hear it though.
So a lot of the high
you could increase the sound effect a little bit.
Filter out, and you're going to get this kind of low, kind of bubbly kind of water thing on top of additional
I don't hear the underwater sounds anymore.
Turbulence effects and bubbles and stuff. So that'll be cool. And then also there's gonna be a lot of switching, right? Overrides. So explosions, you have your regular out of water explosions, are gonna switch to an underwater explosion.
Can only imagine what they're gonna come up with that
turbulence effect. And the sort of reflections are gonna kind of switch to more of like a water movement shockwave sound. Bullets, for the guns that can fire underwater, you'll be able to shoot underwater with specific weapons. You're going to have unique sounds for that, but also, some weapons that are above the water that shoot into the water, you're going to have projectiles.
I'm predicting this new content is going to be a Christmas present to us.
Underwater audio for some of those bullets and grenades and whatnot when they're moving.
Maybe an early Christmas present.
Cool.
So hopefully it'll be enough to differentiate between, obviously, and also here when you have a threat near you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still working on it though, so we're getting there.
So much. It's so much. It's Homero has been great about constantly reminding us just how much of all of this, the feel depends a lot on audio. Like Crossbow, one of our recent additions, feels totally different than it could have. The wind up and the delay on it is one of probably
especially on a shooter, sound is very important
to use with a
especially
delay.
If you're
a lot of that comes down to the audio. It's just crazy, the amount of work, and we're totally we're very fortunate, I would say, to have somebody who's just on it all the time when it comes to being able to pull this crazy stuff off. So thank you very much. Yeah. Thanks very much for being on stream and giving a little bit of insight as to what goes into all the audio stuff. It'd be fun to talk more at some point. Maybe if there's some specific questions, but let's see, have we? Oh, that's music. Nothing. Never mind. But we can definitely talk more about this later, as it comes closer to the day of OSHA's release, because we will definitely have a lot more audio to explore.
I almost forgot something really, really important.
Oh no!
I will make sure that the Galaxy whale sound can be heard underwater, even if the Galaxy can't go underwater for very long.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. We'll make sure. And there are some other fun surprises I'm working on, including
like to hear that.
Fun underwater horns, sonar pings, and other fun stuff. But the whales will be there.
Nice, perfect. All right, thank you, Homero. We will catch you later.
All right, happy anniversary.
See ya. All right. So I have been. Sorry, all. Type exclamation point giveaway in the chat to actually get entered into the competition contest raffle. Exclamation point raffle. Yes. Yes, thank you, chat. I'll give it just a wee bit of time, and then we'll go back to Osher, looking about it, talking about it, feeling the sand between our toes, and that sort of thing. But
I got some pictures ready
if
to
you all have
go for
questions,
later.
please feel free to ask, and then Mithril will be trying to gather them and sending them that way. Yeah.
I got the pictures ready to go
All
when
right,
this show is
moving
over,
on.
so we can look it over
For those of you
together.
who it's exclamation point giveaway. No, it's exclamation point giveaway. There's too many words. It's too many words. Okay. All right. This stream is going just about as expected. Let's talk about Osher.
Just like the game,
So
we're off to a rough start.
moving back in to the wonderful continent. I'll cover just a wee bit more with this preview, and then we'll move on to some more fun stuff, because there is more fun stuff.
What fun stuff we're talking about? We're all curious, aren't we?
Hello again. Back on the island continent of Osher.
Is it sunrise
Alright,
or
so real
sunset
quick,
right now?
Tanks. Underwater. Movement is slowed. Can't shoot. Yeah. And again,
Some missing
audio,
sounds.
work in progress. But once you're above land, you shoot. Let's see. What do we got? Maybe Reaver. The air vehicles are probably like the least close to being workable, but I'll show you a little bit. Underwater, you can kind of
Barely,
cruise around.
barely
Very
see.
slow. They're going to be they're definitely going to be balanced. And as far as testing is concerned, you will eventually see Osher on PTS. That we kind of plan to work on with a closed group first, which we have not yet selected, and we'll be doing that within a short amount of time. So we'll get some more specific sort of feedback for target areas that
I'm
we're looking to
interested
address,
to see what is in that
and then
thing.
we will open it up to the public. But with that said, I do have some. Well, yeah, we can talk more about things and stuff later. Does anybody have any specific questions about Osher? I am willing to answer some gameplay specific stuff, provided it's quick and we got some stuff worth talking about. But
Those beaches looks very interesting.
we got anything worthwhile? Yeah, life's hard. Wow. Oh man, so much spam. No questions.
Yeah, a lot of spam. That's the downside.
Question. Yeah, when that when the giveaway is through, the Mithril will mention it in the chat, and then we'll move on. Of course, you probably wouldn't be able to see it with so many people talking. There are almost 3,000 people watching. Nice, good on y'all. Anyhow,
that's the downside. Can't keep up with chat. Too much stuff going on.
Pretty close thereabouts. All right. Any sort of any more questions?
If I was in that situation, I'd probably take a screenshot and maybe he'll get lucky to even get a question. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Well, this is Osher. Thanks all.
So this is noon. So yeah, shadows only appear in certain distances.
Yeah, what kind of? Oh, I'm not light assault. All right.
Ow.
Cool. Let's go to Sanctuary.
So, what did they change in the Sanctuary?
Hold on.
I wonder what they changed in the Sanctuary.
Show a floating mag rider. We can do that. I'll do that right after. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Sure. It's community suggestion hour.
Like the.
This is oh no. Oh no. Everything's broken.
Oh, nice bug game.
It's okay. I'm an expert. Easy day. Well, now I'm showing things I don't want to show. All right, well.
We saw that for like a second.
Mag Rider.
That looked interesting for a moment there. You guys get that? I'm going to clip that.
There it goes. Let's see. But if I'm inside said Mag Rider, up to the top, there we are, on the surface, floating around, not looking at anything that will give away any secrets. That's all. That's all you get. All right, back into the water and back to Sanctuary.
You
There
don't.
you go.
So
Enjoy it.
you have
Yeah,
unlimited
so in
breath.
Planetside 1, mag riders were able to float along the surface, and you'll see the same here. Hover vehicles in general, which includes the Javelin, will be moving across the surface as well. Chimera, even though it's a big heavy tank, is currently slated to kind of be in the group of the wheeled vehicles.
Ocean
where it will
expedition
also
departs in
flutter
21
along the
days.
surface.
That's
So
interesting.
kind of like a worthwhile equalizer as far as that power dichotomy.
That's new.
Power dichotomy is concerned. And let's see what else. We got some stuff to show off. So, well, there you go. OSHA departs in 21 days. So if you look at Sanctuary, and this should be on live now actually, we are beginning a second campaign. This is the second campaign ever, and it's called Distant Shores. So you'll be able to play if you remember, get access for free. You pay per chapter now as far as soft currency is concerned, so certification points. Boom, missions and stuff. I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but it's intended to culminate in the release of OSHA later on in December. Fair warning, this date could possibly be pushed back. We want to push out the continent when it's ready, not just when we throw a number out. So it's possible, but this campaign will actually be available, as you see by the dates here. Both chapters will be ending next year, which means plenty of time to pull them off. You'll be able to go through chapter 1 and then right into chapter 2 after you finish chapter 1, provided it's past the start date of chapter 2. So we've kind of restructured things to be a little bit different. You'll be getting new abilities. You'll be getting new weapons, which we won't be showing off on stream, but underwater firing weapons is kind of what we were alluding to. Still needs plenty of work to be
Underwater
done.
base combat? That'd be
currency,
interesting.
Which looks awesome, very doubloon-like. But yeah, so feel free to check out.
I wonder if that's
and all
what's
of
going to
the,
happen,
the glory
because
that comes
he
with
didn't
it.
show off the map at all.
I didn't see any comments about the NSO specific ability, but it's super sick. It's super freaking sweet. Hold on, set faction. Right. All right. Here, let me try to sell you some things. So, we are currently offering bundles full of awesome booty. You want some booty? So much booty. Right here. All the swag. If you look in game now, Fleet Admiral's 9-year anniversary bundle. It comes with all sorts of fun stuff. It's got a new drop pod, which very aquatic themed. It's got a new camouflage, which oh my goodness. And then
Do the drop pods drop all the way down in the ocean now?
These are
That's a good question.
They can work with anything as far as visuals go. So not super piratey, but what is super piratey is this wicked sick cutlass, which I think I have on my person. Let's see. Nope, that's a knife. Here we go. Check this out. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
We still need to fix that bug with the first-person sprint, though. And then also, if we you got some new armors too. NC is kind of our focus for like what the best matchup between this update and just the island
Like
theme.
that.
So you got some wicked sick new armors. There's heavy assault armors for all of the factions. There are weapons for all the factions, and the helmets are usable by anybody, including heavy assault, or any class rather. And then of course some camos and titles, and probably some of the coolest banner stuff that we've done in a very long time. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sick. So freaking sick. And speaking of freaking sick, why don't we pull in another guest?
Ooh,
Talk
this
a little
is
bit
new.
to Mr. Bishop.
Hey, at least we get other people in this time, because it usually was just the two of them. So, the artist, okay.
Chris Bishop. see if I can get him in the chat. Can we please chant Chris Bishop's name?
There's
Jump in
Bishop.
manually.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I was able to grab or to pull you in. But yeah, did you want a video or no?
I got my video on.
I see Doggy.
Oh no. It was working a minute ago.
There he goes. Nice. And now
Second demotion.
now we're swapped over, and I am now Mr. Chris Bishop, and you are Rel. So
Sweet.
enjoy all the spam and
memes
and the hate that you get for making design decisions.
I expect a lot more new Twitter followers.
Yeah. Oh, it's very very clever. So so in the background we have well, actually I guess I gotta set up the background again for this scene, but why don't you talk to us a little bit about just kind of all of the cool stuff that you've been working on, and the I don't know, things and stuff. Let's go with things and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we got this new anniversary bundle coming out. So,
Actually, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Yeah, I am Chris Bishop. You might also know me from titles such as H1Z1.
Don't say
or
that.
Planetside 2.
Yes.
Or
don't say the other
I
one.
even did a stint on Planetside Arena.
What game is that? I've never once heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of players know me. I've been around a long time. 2018 for PS2. Then I went away for a little bit, worked on like some mobile games and such, and then I came back to manage Player Studio, and I've been back ever since.
Yeah, and you do way more than manage Player Studio.
Oh yeah, I mean back then that was all I did when I was just a little associate artist. But these days I'm a senior artist at the company, and so yeah, we're managing outsourcing, obviously creating cosmetics and vehicles and setting things up.
How much of this game is outsourced?
As we get, you know, tasks to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, these last 2 years have been kind of exciting for the game. The years I was working on the title, I think maybe the biggest thing we put out was the Valkyrie. And in the last couple of years, we've put out the Bastard Fleet Carrier, the Colossus tank. We put out the NSO vehicles now.
Yeah. Actually, one of our artists here, I'll bring up the armor kind of on screen. So this work was done by one of our outsourcing partners, and Vladimir, who has done amazing work for us.
Yeah, yeah. This anniversary bundle especially has been like a fun theme. You know, space pirates and kind of imagining what you know, sort of piratey designs would look like in the Planetside universe, and it kind of gives us an opportunity to you know, push the styles a little bit of each faction and work on things we wouldn't typically.
Like I said, how much of this game is outsourced when it comes to development?
And Vladimir is also the person who did a lot of the NSO weapons. So that was kind of his first foray into.
I guess there's a budget to this game, so that's why they do it.
Yep.
I mean, the same thing with animated shows, I guess.
I mean, in the past, we've had a number of Player Studio artists that have helped us out with things, and same goes for this bundle.
Yeah, actually, let's see. Why don't we show off? Oops, one of our other armors here. Let's see if I can do it. Just doing it live. Not gonna find it there. Oh man. And if you too would like to use these sweet armors and such, here, hold on, I almost got it.
I wonder how much that is how much that is in currency. I can only imagine.
Well worth the wait.
All right. So this armor in particular was done by someone that many of you will know.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
So
that's
this,
based
this
on something, but it
NSO
looks nice.
armor was done by Fuzzbucket, who
Fuzzbucket?
Player Studio contributor. He has done a lot of work in the past. You'll see, I mean, you see his stuff in the game all the time.
Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff. Still a fan of the game, still you know, eager to do work for us, and we love that. We love that the Player Studio system kind of gave back to the community, and then the community also kind of, you know, gives back to us from time to time.
Yeah. So inevitably, I'm sure this will. I haven't been watching chat, but
Oh, nice.
go ahead.
These armors were really fun to work on. You know, it's like we kind of give some of these guys some vague, you know, descriptions of what we're looking for, just kind of a vague brief, and you know, if we trust them, you know, we kind of let them run with it, and you know, with our established style and shape languages of each faction, you know, so long as they're not going too crazy, we've gotten some really great stuff back.
Yeah, and that sort of loop is that people will update you on kind of like their progress so far, and then you temper the feedback and kind of go back and forth. The communication is a massive part of getting armors out like on time, and then just getting them done kind of to the aesthetic.
The thing that stands out to me the most is the head part. That really stands out to me the most. Looks really nice.
Games out there, but you know, once the art is done, you know, it still has a long ways to go before it's actually functional and in game. And you know, there's lots of boxes that need to be checked, I's that need to be dotted.
Oh, we're doing the bundle again.
Right.
All right.
But, you know, I feel like the game has kind of, you know, we've all kind of established our workflows and everything, and these last 2 years, we've really been able to crank out a lot of content.
And this year in particular, we were definitely very focused on trying to improve or kind of like solidify our outsourcing capabilities so that we could create more cool stuff. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Let's see. Is there anything that well? So I think that there's definitely going to be questions about Player Studio coming up in chat, though I haven't really been reading it. We, just to kind of clarify for everybody else, we don't have any plans to open up to new content creators at the moment. There are some issues that kind of are in the way of that. However, if you do good art, we'll probably hire you. Or like outsource, you know, to or like, you know, put outsourcing kind of contracts out. So go bother Chris Bishop on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter and bother me.
There you go. Yeah, looking for them Twitter followers. All right. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share, Bishop?
Not necessarily. Like I said, this bundle was super fun to make. I feel like the community always shows up for these streams and everything, and here we are 9 years later. It's fun to have been a part of a project that's still going this long. Yeah, a lot of the stuff we made for this bundle. I think my favorite one was the new Commissioner skin.
Do you want me to show off the new Commissioner skin?
I think you gotta.
I think I have to. You're right.
They're approaching the 1 hour mark now. I wonder if they're going to continue beyond the 1 hour mark.
Associate artist, the Commissioner got put in the game. Oh, it was so badass at the time, and I still think to this day it's one of the more beloved weapons in the game. It's definitely one of mine, and so to kind of do a new skin.
Ooh, the mutiny gun. Ooh, that looks interesting.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me switch screens right here. Nope, that's Bishop Bro. Hold on. There we go. All right. So the one of the things that you'll find in the bundle is this new Commissioner variant, and this was done by Bishop, and it has.
Everybody knows that the Commissioner's got kind of a wacky reload, so working within those constraints was a little bit tricky. Homero, who we just had on the stream, did an awesome job giving it some fresh audio.
I got the important screenshot saved. Especially
we'll
that
see if we
one
can
bit
go
earlier
to,
that they were not
we'll
supposed
go
to
to
show
another
us.
continent and fire it
So
off
we'll
a little
go over
bit.
that later.
And the challenge of getting the brief of creating a sci-fi
What?
blood
Once you
loss
stream it, and if
pistols
someone sees it, it's there
is
forever.
always, a fun puzzle to solve.
Man, I'm really struggling in the stream. Keep stalling for me.
Again,
all right. So
there's the
yeah,
same
like,
thing
like
again.
Bishop was saying, audio and actually effects. One of the other artists on our team was has done. So you'll see like the muzzle
There's
flash will
that
be a
same
little bit
thing
different.
again,
You'll
but
see that
closer.
actually just the sheathing and the unsheathing drawing, the drawing of the weapon will sound a little bit different.
I got that saved.
A little bit different. It's subtle. And then you got the bang bangs.
Do it.
Yeah. You'll only be able to hear it probably in the stream there,
That's right.
Bishop. But yeah, sounds so good. There's that like powder burn and just this short little delay when the fuse hits. So freaking good.
I think anybody who likes the Commissioner will love playing with this gun.
Absolutely. And when the hammer kind of hits here, you see the little spark too, just to kind of represent that the flintlock. So dope. I love it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Bishop, for hanging out on stream and kind of enlightening us on what goes into to all the outsourcing and such.
Absolutely. Can't wait to be here next year.
Word. All right. See you later.
See ya.
Okay, community. Giveaway? Exclamation point giveaway. We'll run another one. Y'all will be getting the bundle, the big bundle. So congratulations to whoever won. I don't know. Wasn't really keeping track. But you will have received a message. And if you didn't, stop spamming. Let's see. So I got some questions from chat. No Name was asking earlier about can you enter swimming vehicles? Can you enter swimming vehicles as infantry? Oh yeah. So vehicles that are floating along the surface. You totally can. You can jump in them. You can walk on top of them and that sort of thing. A galaxy can try to smash you down into the water, which is amusing. The buoyancy system was developed. That's totally new. It's tech that we've been working on, and our coders have been doing an awesome job making it play nice with our current physics system. So yeah, totally can. Let's see. Other questions. How will armor fight with some above and some below water? So water in general is meant to be more like, it's not necessarily somewhere that you want to be. It's more like you're creating a tactical decision to either go under the water and probably not get attacked. Actually, let me back up. So projectiles that fire, they can be fired from above water and then enter the water, and then there will be like heavy drag that's imparted upon them. So those projectiles slow down, which makes it just more unlikely for people to hit you unless they know kind of that there's that high skill of just being able to judge trajectories and that sort of thing. But yeah, if you have a vehicle that isn't doing so great in the water, don't drive in the water, or try to deal with the threats first. Let's see what other questions we got. Giveaway. So many giveaway. Let's see. What do I got in here? Good one. So Silky68 is asking, is the water traversal system, both for vehicles and infantry, backwards compatible to other continents, such places such as rivers surrounding the Shattered Warp Gate? Yes, absolutely. I was having a lot of fun, actually, the other day, just riding around the rivers on Ezimir, just that whole now thawed place up top. It won't be in today's update. You'll still have a kill plane, and a lot of the water mechanics will be disabled. But yeah, but it's totally backwards compatible. We'll be going and updating all the continents at the same time as when we release Osher. So you'll see a lot, and that was kind of some of the impetus behind making the vehicles interact with water in this sort of way. Because it's more fun to be able to kind of like cruise along the top of the water and that sort of thing.
That's
And,
very
and
interesting.
B,
The
we
underwater
can
system
do
being
cool
backwards
stuff with
compatible.
other continents in the future, and be able to use water more without
So
feeling
the
bad
current
about
continents
doing
we
it.
have now,
Like you'll see some rivers on Amrish, and it's just
imagine
like,
that.
you know, they're down in a crag, and then you jump down there and you just die. You know, kill plane. But no more of that. So, can you show us whale in its natural habitat? Kiardexus says, no. It's, I mean, it's not great. It has not been tuned yet. But that said, all right. So let me go through. All right. So for everybody watching the stream, which is about a little under 3,000 at the moment. Oh.
Under
I'll
3,000,
share.
that's pretty good.
I'll share something else.
Under 3,000, that's pretty good.
I'm doing things and stuff in the background.
If I had that many viewers, I'd be very happy and fortunate, and actually congratulate you guys.
Test server available at the moment? Has anybody downloaded test server? Has anybody gone to Indar on test server?
There was no mention of the PTS at all.
Let's see. Let's see if I can do this in good conscience here. All right. Let me on the fly do a quick capture, because I didn't have this set up.
What is that building on the left there? Is that a placeholder? That looks very interesting.
Oh, no, you shouldn't see that. Okay, capture. Well,
how this whole stream is going describes Planetside 2 overall. Lots of hiccups and bugs.
Make it all stop. Oh, I know. I'll just slide this down and then edit it. Now you can't. Hopefully you can't see. Smooth as silk. This stream.
Just like the game.
For,
if you have to be honest here.
Smoother, more elegant live stream. Where's my thing? Hold on. Nope, not that one. The longer this goes on, the more embarrassing this is going to be later.
They might break the record for the longest live stream ever.
Okay.
What's the longest Planetside 2 live stream they ever done?
Do I got this?
Does anybody know?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed.
If you don't include the beginning part and the end part, how long? What's the longest they've ever done?
Let's go to Indar.
Okay.
Let's see if I can also.
Did they add anything new to Indar with the underwater system?
Oh, this is fit screen.
Let's see if they have anything new.
I need to limit my frame rate here too. Let's pop that smoothing on. Boop. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh yeah, they must have a bigger monitor. That explains why the fresh rate was not good.
Cruising around. I'm gonna hop in this person's vehicle if they could pick me up. I don't know who this person is, but
how is this gonna end up?
An adventure. Person who's in here. Let's see. Can you take me to? Ceres Hydroponics?
Is he gonna do it?
Taxi. I need to go to Ceres. Okay. Awful.
Is he gonna go there?
Hopefully we're going the right way. Cool. Making my way downtown.
Oh, rail playing. Rail gameplay, guys.
My sensitivity is up so
Tom's probably gonna clip this later.
All right, we're going. All right, any other questions in chat? Will we be able to build underwater? The current plan is no construction underwater. Let's see if I can fix some of this. Nope, that's that one. Game capture. Let's do this. Transform.
That's another interesting point.
Transform. Fit to screen. Oh, it already is. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Everything's fine. Just another home run stream.
Oh, there's a troll.
Excuse me, sir.
There had to be a troll. There's Ceres Hydroponics. Right. That looks a little different. Maybe. Yeah, alloys.
And now we upside down. Okay, all good. So let's see if I can just kind of hang out.
Invulnerable.
You know what would be kind of cool, I would say. Server time, hour 12. Nope.
Nope.
There we go. Oh, it's so bright. Yeah, you know what would be kind of interesting is if we were possibly able to. Nope. Oh my goodness.
You
oh
crashed
my
the game.
Oh my goodness.
Crashed
I think
the
I just
game.
crashed. Hold on.
No.
Well, there goes that surprise. That that model has not been pushed to live. Well, there goes my surprise. All right. All right. Anywho, this is a lovely way to end the stream, but later, at some point, actually we could probably push a client-side update there, but
This is a nice picture right
I
here.
would like to give you all access to the. It's quite loud. Access to the water mechanics, just to see how it plays, see how it performs, see what sort of crazy exploity hackery you can pull off, and we will
I like
be
this image
flooding
right here.
Northern Indar, actually most of Indar. So I'll get that sorted, and
This
I'll make sure
describes
to
it
let you all know
perfectly. When Roll goes
via
in
Twitter
game, everyone
and that
goes
sort of thing.
after him.
when it
Everyone.
takes place.
I got a photo of that.
Yes, a little anticlimactic. I'm sorry. I was hoping. I was really hoping to pull it off. Just the model's not here on this this client.
You kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah, you're like, well, all right. So, are there any more? Oh, lovely. Are there any more questions?
The orbital strike is the last question.
I'm ending the stream with a with a kind of a less of a bang, more of a whimper. But this is where we're at. Cool. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out. You know, we'll probably be doing more giveaways over Twitter for the bundles, so keep an eye on that. We'll make sure that there was supposed to be more, but there was just a lot of spam and not enough of me keeping to the itinerary. so we'll see.
Another orbital strike.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you all very much. We'll catch you next year. Just kidding. Sooner than you think. Goodbye.
So yeah, wonder what that surprise was that he tried to show, but it looks like the model wasn't pushed into live. So,
oh, you know what? Let's raid somebody. Who else is streaming right now?
Nope.
Let me see.
Zachary, nope. I'm not doing it.
Stream on Planetside too.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I'm here.
I don't know.
Well, it depends on him. It was a fun time. It was fun.
Let's see.
It was fun.
Let's stream. Hold on, I got it.
I got some important photos from that. It's really nice. It was really nice, man.
This man got all dressed up.
Me? Really?
And does a lot. I've never actually, I'm sorry that I haven't.
What the? Wow, hi guys. Hi. Hey, Rel. Good to see you guys. Holy crap, guys. 1,600 raids. Holy crap. Oh, God. Rel, I never spoken to you before. This is the first time you actually see me. Good to see you guys. Holy crap. We got this huge raid of 900 people. Holy crap, guys. Thank you so much, guys. So Hey guys, you might want to tune in for this one, all right? I got the photos and I got the photos saved up from that live stream, all right? We're gonna be going through it together, all right? I got the notes saved, and yeah, we're gonna be talking about that, all right? So if you guys are interested to talk to me about it, you guys are more than welcome to join my server, all right? There's the Discord link there below. So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting, man. Holy crap, everybody, all those people coming here. But yeah, guys, here, so I'm gonna show you a cool background, all right? Since the stream is already done, I want to show you a cool background, all right? So let's return to Amrish, all right? So I got this display capture here already, but we're gonna go over we're gonna start talking about what happened on the live stream, all right? So I got my photos here ready to go, and I never had this many people in chat before. Look at all the spam. Look at all these follows here, guys. Oh, thank you so much, guys. So I released a funny video for Planetside 2 today. A funny glitch where you go underground. Holy crap, look at all these subs. Look at these primes. Thank you so much, guys. You know, I was planning to do this background with a green screen behind me, but I missed the payout threshold by $5. So I was gonna wait it out for the next month. So I just had to make do, you know. But it's really good to see you guys. So if you guys don't know anything about me, I'm gonna talk to you guys right now while I still have your attention. So I'm a TR player for Planetside 2. I only have about 1,600 hours in this game. You could say I'm an amateur kind of a player, I guess. I don't know. But I've been helping out new players in Emerald as much as I can. And before the new player experience update came out, I've been doing my best to help out new players as much as I can, because before the new player experience update came out, it was, you could say it was, it could have been more, there's more to be desired, you know, so. But I really appreciate, whoops, didn't mean to do that. But I really appreciate the developers for continuing to work on this game for 9 years. I mean, can you guys think of any other game that has been developed this long and have this many big updates been pushed out? Does anybody here know any other game in this scale that has this many updates in many years? I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, we got a hype train. Holy crap, we're so close to a hype train. Holy crap. Holy crap. So high. Oh, man. I do play other games outside of Planetside 2, but yeah, holy crap. Oh, God, we just started a hype train. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, ho. Ho, ho. Oh, man, guys. Oh, man. Sorry, as you guys can probably imagine, I can't hide my excitement. I've never had this many viewers, ever. I think the most viewers I've had was maybe 60 or so. So a little bit more information about me, right? Well, you still got your attention. I have my own outfit in Emerald. It's called EHAF, Inhabit Alliance of Force. So I only have 250 members on it, but I've been taking a bit of a break by playing this game every 2 or 3 days or so. Sometimes even more than that, because I didn't want to burn out from this game. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can pull up my newest video for Planetside 2, but I can probably well, I don't think I can pull it up on chat because there's too many chatters today. But I love it, guys. You guys are great. So, if you scroll to the bottom, you can clearly see you can see my YouTube link there. So the newest video that I got released is called the Terran Republic's Thumbs Up. So I don't know if it's an old bug or a glitch in this game, but I thought it was pretty hilarious, to say the least. So anyway, guys, so we're gonna pull up. So if you guys are interested to talk about this new update, you guys are welcome to join my Discord server there. You can just type in exclamation point Discord, and we'll talk about it. All right, I got time. So I got photos from that update saved. So I'm not sure if anybody from the Rogue Planet Games wants to talk to us alongside today, but that's all completely all right with me because we got a lot to talk about. I got some notes saved up as well. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on chat there. I'm still trying to catch up on chat. Holy crap. We got a guy that says Bing chilling and me neither. Haha, I'm still getting entries for the raffle. Holy crap. Nobody's gonna stay here by you. Yeah, that's okay. I'm completely honest, but anybody that decides to stay and talk about this Planetside 2, update, we're here to talk about it. All right. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are interested to talk about this new update, I got the pictures saved, and we're gonna talk about it. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Let's not waste any more time. Here we go. So I got Jason Kane on my Discord server right now. He's on the same channel with me, and we're gonna start talking about it. So 1 second, I'm gonna drag Jason Kane in here. So yeah, if you guys are interested to come and talk about it, there's a channel, the voice channel called Drag Me In, and I can drag you in here. We're gonna talk about it. So here we go. Okay, Jason Kane, if you can hear me. Hey Jason, welcome aboard. Good to see you. How are you holding up? I mean, that was I know, Jason. I know, right? I know. I think this is the closest thing to a lottery I'm ever gonna get in Twitch. I don't know. I know. I somehow kept myself well composed, but I still can't have my excitement. But anyway, okay. Let's keep it together, guys. Let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about the new update, all right? So I got my photos saved up here, all right? So I need to edit my screen here a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. So that's my display capture right there. Let me make that a little bit bigger. So 1 sec. I'm gonna need to add a. Yeah. Sorry, what? It was like Planetside 2. Buggy, rough around the edges. hey, Jason, I would rather play Planetside 2 than Battlefield 2042. Planetside 2, on the other hand, is more stable. That I said it. Okay. Let's not waste any more time. So, oh wait a minute. Display capture is not here. Oh, sorry. I forgot to turn on desktop audio. 1 sec. Let me get that there. Sorry, I forgot to add that into my scenes here. 1 sec. Audio output. My bad, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, there we go. We got desktop audio going. Perfect. There we go. So here we go, guys. I got the. So here we go. Guys. I got the pictures from the live stream here ready to go. We're gonna go through it one by one, all right?
Of the pictures, if he's like, "Oh crap, I wasn't supposed to show that." Oops.
Oh yeah, we got that too. Don't worry, we're going through it right now. So if you guys are still staying here, you guys are welcome to. We got a level 2 hype train. Level 2 hype train. Holy crap! Are we gonna reach level 3 hype train? Holy crap! Oh boy!
I was losing my mind watching the stream, and then it clicked. Like we didn't hear anything. The audio cut out for a stream.
Sorry about that,
and
guys.
Then it disappeared, and I was
sorry about that, guys. I had my alert box not in this scene, so that you guys are not hearing it. But I really appreciate all the follows you guys are bringing in. I really do. So should I add the alert box here before we start talking about this?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. I'd
probably keep the volume of.
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
Like way down.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Hi, Twitch chat. How are you?
There you go. So there you go. I got the alert box added. I just need to move it up a little bit.
I will.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
I lost it. It was like 3,000 people just rated.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I'm sitting at 2 hours Discord, and they're like, "Holy God!"
Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's start. Let's start before I lose my mind even more. So, this is the first thing that they showed, right? So these are the new player faces we're going to be getting. So Jason, what do you personally think of these things? I mean, look at the NSO helmet. Look at the NSO head on the top, on the right. I think that looks pretty good.
Is there a cover over it, or is it just like the face is exposed, but the rest of the head is covered?
That is a good question. Is that supposed to cover the player's head, or is that an actual NSO helmet? That is very interesting. Yeah. I don't.
NSO helmet, but your stream keeps loading in and out, so I'm trying to watch it.
Wait. Is it? It's
buffering.
No, it's fine now. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was buffering. I was like,
Oh, okay. One sec. So here we go. So sorry if I'm doing all of this at the last minute. Sorry, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this at all. I really was not expecting this. Whoops. Oh, do you need to see that either? I'm like rel right now. Sorry. There you go. So here's the here. So here. One sec. Let me just move this up a little bit. And there. So if you guys wish to join me on my voice chat here, so right there below, there's a drag me in, so you can join me there. Holy crap. We got another follower. Thank you so much for that, guys. Thank you.
Thank you guys for the follow.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
I'm glad,
So, yeah.
I wasn't streaming because I would have lost
So,
it.
Anyway, let's continue, okay? Yeah. Hey, Pander, good to see you. Cyrus, good to see you. Sorry, I'm trying my best to catch up to the Twitch chat. Sorry, I have never dealt with this many chatters before. But anyway, let's talk about it, right? So overall, I think all of these faces look really nice. I think. I mean, a little bit more variety, I guess. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah. So, and by the way, guys, I'm playing this game on a 6-year-old computer, by the way, and it's still just good enough for me to play it. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
If you switch your computer, the game still works fine.
Yeah. So this is what the new continent looks like, and so remember that. So yeah, they didn't really show us what's in that tower there on the hill over there. I mean, they only showed us maybe a little bit of it, but really not much. And they did say there's some flora and some vegetation missing here, so I don't know how much they're going to be adding in there. But what do you personally think, Jason, or what do you guys in chat think about this whole continent here? I mean, it definitely doesn't have the same color palette compared to the 2018 reveal that they did. I mean, it was purple everywhere, but this one doesn't have any purple in it. So I guess they changed it. Yeah. Can you only
they did change it?
Yeah, they did.
I saw the uplink.
Yeah. Can you redeem the helmet on one character? That's a good question. I do not know. But that's a very good question.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the trees alone look very nice. I do remember Ralph saying that all these trees, the terrain is still being worked on, but I still like what I'm seeing so far. And I was saying earlier on the stream as well that they say that this is going to be released next month. I wonder if this is going to be a Christmas present or it's going to be an early Christmas present. Because I'm not too sure how much development time it's going to take to add all of these fine details. Yeah. Again,
did like the flora and the fauna under the water when he drove underwater.
Oh yeah, we're going through that because if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see the top part of the screen here, but I got many photographs here, so we're gonna go through each one. Don't worry, I saved them all up just for you guys. Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to show, but he showed it.
Yeah, we're going over that too. Don't worry. So yeah, I don't think you guys can see that. One sec. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. In a sec.
So Pancakes, the helmet is only redeemable once. Is it account wide or is it character wide only?
Yeah, it's a good question. And Rel did not mention anything about that, but maybe they will mention that to us more in the future. Who knows? So yeah, you can see there's a lot more photographs we need to go through. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. So I don't want to waste you guys' time. I want to do my best to entertain you guys. So again, I really appreciate you guys staying tuned here. So let's continue. So here's another photo of the vegetation in these mountains here. Again, I mean, it looks really nice. It's a very tropical map, like they described it would be. It looks really, really nice. Again, it looks very, very open for vehicles. But then again, I wonder how much flora and vegetation they're going to add.
That's a lot of cording that I saw on the map too.
That's what I noticed as well. Like I said, we're going through each of these. We're going through each of these photographs here. So
there's a lot of buildings. I'm like, he's like, yeah, there's placeholders because they probably haven't added all the buildings yet.
Yeah, see these gray rocks here? These are all these are probably placeholders as well. So I don't know. I can only imagine how much more they're going to change the train, so it's not going to be so easy for vehicles to go around. So yeah,
I did like what he mentioned about the Sunday garages that they have their own shields.
Yeah, and
I've been bugging. I'm like thinking to myself, why can't we protect the Sunders? Because you can pull armor on top of a hill and just keep shooting at the Sunder garage.
Yeah.
And eventually the Sunder's going to go down.
Yeah. Geometric map? I don't know if this is going to be a geometric map. I don't think they ever mentioned about that. But what I did notice,
don't think he showed like the map itself, like the overall map.
No, and what I noticed that he cleverly hid the map from on the bottom right corner, so we don't really know if there's anything there or it's just a placeholder. I do not know. So, but anyway,
yeah, he put his camera right over where the map usually is.
What I did notice though is that they have a lot. One thing I noticed is that there's cordium almost everywhere. Again, I don't know if that's going to be in the final version, but it looks really interesting. And I guess they do encourage construction bases, I guess. And there's no work gates, so I wonder how that's going to turn out. So let's continue. Let's see here. Again, the unfinished textures for the Sunder, love it. I wonder if these rocks are also placeholders. I can't tell. So so this is what the map looks like without the fog. Interesting, isn't it? I wonder what that base is on the top part of that mountain there, or that hill over there. That looks very interesting. Yeah, he turned off the fog for for a few seconds, and I can see some branches or something levitating midair. But then again, he mentioned it. I mean, look, there's a cordium on the top of that hill on the right. And there's a cordium there on the over there as well. Can you see my mouse? There's cordium almost everywhere, and they're really large.
That's the uplink that he had. That base up there. Oh no, yeah, because there's the tower up there.
Yeah.
Because he turned it off.
Yeah, this is with the fog off. It looks really nice.
Yeah, because you can do that on Jaeger. I think you can turn the fog off on Jaeger.
Oh, you can? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. This is what the vehicle looks like when you're floating on water, like riding waves. It looks really nice. And
the harasser I can see the wheels, but the Sunder was like half submerged in the water, and I was like, is that gonna be final product, or are they gonna like balance it out?
That's a very good question. We can only speculate, but I'm pretty sure they still got a lot more to work on into this game, as you can probably imagine.
Yeah. I didn't see much of the mag rider floating because it like cut out in his stream, like lagged, and then he gave it to you because he's like, I can't show this part of the map.
Yeah, and
he was expecting to go to that side of the map. He was like, oops.
Jace, Sunday's always thick. Wait, no. Let me rephrase that. It's not the Sunday that's thick. It's the galaxy that is thick, or thicker. Never mind. I'll see myself out. Anyway.
It's only faction-based games. It's not. God.
Sorry,
on, bro.
But he did say Sandy and Harasser were 99% done with water physics. Oh, thank you so much for listing that out, Stero. That's a 99% done. Nice.
99% done. I
so
like that uplink. That base looks.
This is the base. I got the look of this base from the top up that we were not supposed to see. Oh no, they don't have any new water vehicles. They basically showed us that these vehicles, the ones you can currently drive, they can float on water and they ride the water like waves, as you can see here in this photograph here.
So would the Javelin for the NSO, basically their version of the Flash, float like the Mag Rider over the hill, over the water?
I don't know. If you guys are in chat want to help me out here, we're more than welcome to. Yeah, there's no new vehicles that I remember hearing. No. And so
you're expecting vehicles to turn like San Andreas?
Well, the developers did say that developing new stuff into this game sounds like a big undertaking, because it sounds like it's very, very challenging to make new content in this game. That's the impression that I got. But I still respect developers for still continuing to do so after all these years. So I have to give them credit where it's due. A little disappointed the new water guns are reskins. Are they reskins? I have to look at that a little bit more, though. Yeah.
I do like the new reskin for the Commissioner as part of the pack.
I think I saw that for like a second there. Yeah.
Well, also, this at the end,
so this base here, Brel did mention there is some placeholder here, but I'm not too sure how much of this base is going to look like in the new version. So yeah. And here's another photo, and again, there's cordium everywhere. So this should be a fun base. So this should be a fun place to do some construction in this continent. And these are not small cordium either. They're probably the largest ones you can get. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I can only imagine what it's like to battle in that tower. We didn't see much detail there, but it looks like there's a landing pad for aircraft or something on the left there. I mean, you can't see it very well, but it looks like there is a landing pad there. So maybe that's the place where you can spawn vehicles there, maybe? I don't know. Again,
because there's a bunch of entrances for like Sunders and tanks. Kind of like the entrances for the containment sites on Esamir.
You might be right, yeah. And chat, sorry if I'm not reading all of your messages. I'm trying my best to keep up with it, but I still appreciate you guys posting your feedback there. Really do appreciate for you guys staying. Yeah,
Kirk, I think VS weapons will probably shoot better underwater than the tier ones will.
Yeah, thank you so much for these follow guys and the chat messages, guys. I'm trying my best. Thank you so much. So anyway, let's continue. So I'm only speculating, but this base, whatever this is going to be called, I can only this tower here, this sphere looking thing that looks like from Seattle that he was talking about.
The Seattle Space Needle.
Yeah, I can imagine what it's going to be like. Maybe you can launch an air attack and you just land your troops on that platform. Maybe. I mean, how are you gonna go from the bottom to the top?
No, he said there's no teleporters. You have to go to it by air.
Oh, so you can't enter the building from the bottom? No.
No, you have to fly to it.
Oh, that would have been so nice, wouldn't it? Just copy the same thing from Final Fantasy where you have to climb all those stairs. Oh no, wait, that wouldn't have been so fun.
He said there's no elevators. There's no. I don't know if he said jump pads, but I'm probably going to say no. So you're gonna have to fight there. I'm like, can you anvil stuff down? Like anvil sunders down with the heavy anvils? Put anvil like lightnings and prowlers on skyguards down.
Oh wait, maybe there's gonna be a red circle around the sphere. I do not know. Maybe I do not know.
Like they shouldn't put it as wide as the normal bases now because you're gonna need logistics to constantly spawn there.
Yeah,
you could put a space for like a sunder to like deploy in and just sit there, but I'm not saying the entire base has to be no deploy zone.
No, well, again, it's just speculation at this point, but I think
it's gonna be a sniper's paradise, though.
Yeah, well, the thing, so that they're balanced. So when it comes to balance, they didn't really talk much about that. So, like I said, these bases here, there's going to be no deploy zones, those red circles, like we do have in a live game. They didn't really talk much about that, but I'm gonna guess there might be. So
I think probably when it gets close to launch time, they'll probably have another stream
maybe
and show like more of the stuff, and it'll probably show the map.
Yeah.
By then.
All right, let's continue. So here's a little bit of a photo of these underwater plants. You already saw these in the news and on the dev letter, but for me, it still looks pretty nice. I fired the Virtua, thank you. Server is down, Niksha? Oh wait, no. Is it because of this? Is it because of the server maintenance or something? I mean, there was a PS2 maintenance, right? I don't know. Wait, never mind. Oh, it just crashed. Oh. Well, anyway, let's continue. So, Jason, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so yeah. Jason, I don't know what you guys think in chat, but live is working. Oh. Well.
Yeah, live has been up. I was playing it, like it came back up halfway through the stream. So I got on and started doing the campaign.
So
and then it crashed. I was like,
the underwater textures. What do you guys personally think of that? I think it looks nice, especially for optimization wise.
It looks like awesome just with all the trees and
don't forget, see these white areas here? They move because of the light coming from above. So it's a pretty nice effect.
It's like the water currents.
Yeah, I really like that. Nice detail. So this is, everybody's going to make memes of this at this point, Jason. They're going to make, Rail got demoted 2 or 3 times during this live stream. I'm pretty sure people are going to make memes about this. Yeah. So this is Homero Sanchez. You guys don't know him. And I was kind of surprised that these, this Expedition Osher photo that they did is going to be the new load screen for the content. But it's a pretty nice touch. Side grade. That's a good one, Larrington. That's a good one. Okay. So Jason, was in a live game? This Osher Expedition starts in 21 days? I don't remember seeing that.
It's in live right now.
Oh, okay. I haven't been playing it for a couple of days, so I kind of missed that. Yeah.
It just launched today.
So here's what that new knife looks like. Look how big that knife is. Is there any other knife in this game that is big as this one? Does anybody know? Because I don't think I remember seeing something. I don't remember seeing a knife this big in this game. But that looks pretty cool though. And yeah, it works. Nice. So there's a couple of notes, but I will talk about that afterwards. So the axe, no. Okay, so here we go. So this is Chris Bishop, side grade again. So this is the Chris Bishop, and that's who that guy is. And this is what this is what the custom look you can get from those bundles. I like that. I like that helmet. I mean, the look on that helmet this NSO character has it reminds me of someone, but I can't put my finger on it. Does that resemble anything to you, Jason? Does that resemble anything at all? I can't
The
think of it.
sword, the knife.
No, the helmet with the eye. Does it? It reminds me of something, but I can't tell. But I'm not a skin person in video games, but it looks really nice. A lighthouse. Actually, I like that one. I like that, Sir Aspan, because I like that. A lighthouse helmet. Yeah, that's nice. There's some strange perspective warping with this weapon. It looks so short within first person. Oh, it looks like Johnny Five-ish to me. Unreal Tournament robot model. That's an Unreal Tournament robot model? Interesting. Nice. But so Jason, Bastion water skin. Oh, love that. So Jason K. There's one thing I remembered from the live stream pretty well. Outsourcing. Have any of you guys ever heard the outsourcing word in the previous live streams for developers in this game? Have you guys ever heard that word before? Because I've heard that 3 times at least. So I was thinking, how much, when it comes to game development, how much of what's put into this game is being outsourced? So if you guys don't know what outsourcing means, it's like those animated TV shows you guys probably seen before, maybe in the 90s, early 2000s. So if you guys ever seen, let's say, The Adventures of Jackie Chan or Extreme Ghostbusters or The Real Ghostbusters, the best way you can describe outsourcing is they write the scripts, the storyboards in America, and then they give the work to overseas studios like South Korea or Japan, and they make the animation. That's what outsourcing is. So with that being said, though, I'm just curious in game development, how much of what is made in this game is being outsourced. So I don't know if they're ever going to talk about it, but that just made me a bit curious on how much work is being put into this game when it comes to that. So I don't know. Just look at Pathfinder? Okay. All right, let's continue, guys. I don't want to waste your time. A lot is outsourced, and a lot is eternal. Yeah, I can only imagine. So this is the NS-44AE Mutiny. Jason, Jason, when it comes to infantry weapons in this game, I don't know too much. I'm kind of ignorant to that. But is this gun resemble anything that's not in the game already? I mean, it looks pretty nice. I mean, look at the stats. The fire rate is about 170 RPM, damage 450 by 8 meters, 225 by 42 meters. Muscle velocity is about 450 meters per second. You get the idea. You can see. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the stats right there.
That's the commissioner, but reskinned.
Oh, it's basically the same stats, but reskinned?
It's the commissioner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now that we got out of the way, let's move on. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Wait. So here's the next screenshot, guys. So we're back into Osher. Yeah. So here's the next reskin. Oh no, not the next reskin, but so Jason, look at this photo here. Is that a place? What building is that on the left side? Is that it? It looks like an apartment block or something like that, or maybe it's a temporary placeholder. I can't tell. The cube. That would be a very interesting thing. The cube. We're gonna go find the cube. We're gonna respawn, redeploy the cube. That'd be nice. Jason, I wonder if that's going to be in the final version, the cube. I can only imagine what the interior is like.
I think it's a placeholder for a base, but that would kind of be like beautiful.
Yeah, and see that base on the top, on the right? I got the photo of that, and of course we got this. I think this basically describes the whole game. This perfectly describes Rel when he goes in game. Everybody knows about it. And I think the face Rel is making it pretty much summarizes pretty well. Yeah. Actually, that's a good comment there, Sarsbank. What if this was a hotel-looking building? But then again, I don't know how would that go in a. I don't know how would that work in a design point of view. I don't know. Cubist art. I get it. Jason, I'm not sure if this little detail has been. I don't know how long this little detail has been in the game, but look at the message on the top left corner. It says, "Oof, you've been sent flying by a PS2 developer. This is vaguely familiar. Mind the fall." Is that how long has it been in the game? Is that a new thing, or has it been there forever?
I think it's probably for the admins.
Yeah, that was an interesting detail there that caught my eye there. And I mean, if you ever get this messaging game, I mean, I think that would be very nice for the players to experience. I mean, if again, it doesn't add too much, but I mean, it kind of makes it very interesting. We might get Abandoned City in a new continent. Laura supports it. It's probably another base that they're making inside with cube raisers in the box, size framing. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Let me just load up. Let me just load up the. I'm trying to load up the hidden material here. No, that's not it. 1 sec. Hang on a sec. I got the clips. I just need to load it up here. 1 sec. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. 1 sec. It's a little blurry. I can't see very well. Yeah, no, that's not good. Oh, let me try that. Let me try that. It's kind of interesting how he spawns at the very top of space and then he falls down to the ground like that. Okay, 1 sec. Here it comes. Here it comes. No, that's not it. Okay. Here we go. That's the little detail. Not sure if you guys can see it, but it's a little blurry. But is that supposed to be an outpost or something? I'm gonna take my hunch it's an outpost. 1 sec. Whoops, guys. Whoops. Yeah. Streamception. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I only got 2 monitors. That's why you see the screen flash like that. I only got 2 screens for that. I'm gonna catch up on chat right now. City areas and prop heavy. That's what I've been. That's the same idea that I've been getting from other players. Because if I don't think the city can do too many city areas with too much props, because it can cause performance issues. And I think you guys know what it's like when you have 200 plus players in one area, and it's safe to say that this game puts a lot of power into CPU. So even if you got a good computer, I still think it's gonna cause a lot of slowdown. So yeah, looks like an oversized mission drill. That's not a bad theory. And you can't clearly see it, but yeah, I mean, there could be some vehicle spawn terminals. That could also be a place where you can spawn your vehicles, or you can fly from that. So they didn't really go into much detail what that contraption looks like. So yeah, 1 second. I mean, you need a drink. But yeah, Jason, I want to ask you, what do you personally think of this preview so far? Everything is still unfinished, but did anything in particular stand out to you? Jason, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Jason, what do you think? You personally think of this update? What really stood out to you the most, or what do you honestly thought of the update? So don't be afraid to be honest.
I wish we saw more of the map for Usher, but I'm excited about all the combat. I'm like, a lot of people, especially the running main outfits that run mag gutters, are going to be real pain now because they can just float across the water and just wait for us to come up from the water.
So what do you personally think should be modified or changed if you had the choice on that? What do you personally think?
Because they could float over the water, so they're not going to be like the harassers, so they'll be a lot faster than the rest of our vehicles will be. Because they can already do that with the mag boost. They can already move with the mag boost a lot faster than any other vehicle can. And the Java can do it too with its boost. And
okay.
we saw how the harasser performed.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
I don't know if he was running a stock harasser or if he was running a fully equipped harasser. Because probably a fully equipped harasser can probably go a little bit faster than that.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna get like a what is it? Because you can get are we gonna get like a chassis for it that can work well in water?
I don't know.
Because right now we have Racer and Rival combat chassis. We have the Rival combat chassis which can go up hills and the Racer which can go faster. Are we gonna get like a third one that can like help with all the water on the continent?
That's a good question. I honestly wouldn't know. They didn't go into too much detail, like I said before, but from what I've seen so far, though, it's still a work in progress. So who knows how much more they're gonna change into this. Again, sorry for the flickering, guys, but I only got 2 monitors, so this is what Windows 10 does when you try to change screens. Yeah. As a Vanguard main mag riders are going to be a pain since they're going to fire down to us in the water. Yeah. The other thing also is when you're driving through water, if there's a lot of people flying around, we're basically very vulnerable to air attack as well, or any armor that's guarding the beachhead. So crossing the water is not exactly very encourageable for the armor columns. That happens a lot in Planetside too.
Yeah, Machination. You can aim pretty far down with the mag rider. I don't know like the angles of degrees.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen mag riders sit on top of hills and just snipe down and hit like the A points or buildings, especially at like Rhyme, where I usually encounter a lot of mag riders. Well, they do it on Indar too, above Howling Pass checkpoints where they're most profound hitting. I don't know the angle.
Yeah, I really don't know, but so
like, even the Colossus will probably have a problem too if they allow it on the continent.
Yeah, and they didn't show us the full map, but they did. But like they said early in the very beginning of the live stream is that the size of the map is the same as
like
Indar, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, like Indar. That's a pretty big map.
Mm-hmm. And so I think this is a pretty good view when he first started, and I didn't see a lot of bridges. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of bridges in. I didn't see a lot of bridges in this map here. So that's one bridge, but I don't know how many more they're going to add. So you guys, you have no choice. I
think maybe the center base may have all the bridges connect to it. Kind of like how the Crown does, all the bridges that connect to it.
So as Pancakes, I think I just saw your chat comment there. Thank you. So yeah, they specifically mentioned that there is no such thing as warp gates in this continent. So
there's no warp gates, so I don't know how they're gonna be able to, how you're gonna be able to spawn in there. There's very few spawn assets.
They didn't go into too much detail on that, so again, it's only up to speculation now. I think they have a new system or something, yeah. And bastions, so that's another good question though. How are the bastions going to spawn if there's no specific warp gate? Do they spawn in a certain corridor of the map? I mean, what happens if
bastions acting like warp gates? You mean like what they used to do? The bastions used to do back then?
Oh, wait. I think I remember. Wait, Jason. I think I remember I think I remember now. So they had a bastion-looking thing that flies a little jittery, unlike the ones we have now, right? Are you talking about that?
Oh no, that's what Larrington says. Those two Oh, you mean the bastions sit in the back of the Estimator warp gate? They could put that. They could put those as the spawn points.
Single. Wait. I'm just catching up on the Twitch chat now, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys staying here. They talked in the past about bastions functioning like warp gates. Remember, there's 2 bastions sitting in the background of the Estimator's warp gate. Ah, yes, I know exactly what that is, but that still leaves a big question to be filled in. How are players gonna spawn into the continent for the first time? Because you're going into this with a completely different way of spawning in. Are they gonna just spawn through the bastion? Are they gonna drop from the ground from the bastion? I mean, that would be pretty cool, but again,
unless the bastion's like parked on the ground and there's a ramp in the front of the bastion, and so instead of the engines, you just spawn the vehicles down the ramp.
When the map is gonna be in game. Hey, Javi. You're completely new to the stream. Good to see you. So Javi, so I watched the entire live stream, Javi, and this game doesn't have any. This map doesn't have any release date so far. Thank you so much for the follow. So they did say that it's gonna come soon, but they also specifically said in. Hang on a sec. Let me just pull it up here. They also mentioned in. Hang on a sec. They did mention in the. They did mention in this newsletter here. One sec, let me just scroll this down here. Wait a minute. So so check this detail out here. Under reinforcements module, they mentioned we are currently looking to address the construction system in broader strokes in time for the new continent release next month. So they did say next month, but they didn't say exactly when next month it's gonna come
They
out.
said the Ocean Expedition launches in 21 days.
Yeah, well, they could change that. They did say they could change that if they need more development time. So, I mean, this is not the first time they have delayed a release for New Continent. They did the same thing for the Shadow Warpgate. Because I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in Shadow Warpgate, there were some critical bugs that had to be fixed, such as some of the Bastion hardpoints not being, you couldn't even damage the hardpoints at all. So in a way, it's a good thing they fixed some of the most critical bugs before releasing it. So it took more time, but yeah. Hey, Javier Hyper, thank you so much for the follow, guys. You're great. Yeah, yeah, but I mean, people are. I've talked to some veterans in this game that are really not afraid to talk their mind, but I still appreciate developers for trying their best to give us a good game here. Did you guys even hear how buggy the release for Battlefield 2042 is? Compared to this game is a masterpiece by comparison. And the game has a bigger budget. So, I mean, despite the flaws this game has, I still appreciate for what it is. It's still pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on Twitch chat, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys being patient here. So, yeah. Planetside 2 content usually hits live servers 2-4 weeks after it hits a player test server. The devs usually know. Yeah, that's the same cycle that has been going on in this game when it comes to new major updates like this for who knows how long this has been going. I'm not sure if this was the same case back in 2012, 2013, 2014, but as far as I know, back in 2019 and 2020, that's how the developers have been doing this for as long as I know. So, yeah. So, Javi, there's no naval vehicles that they mentioned. They, like you can see in the screenshot right here, they basically gave the ability for vehicles able to drive through water, albeit slower, by the way. And if you use a turbo and harasser, you do go through the water more easily. But speaking of which, if your vehicle is on the water, does it affect your aim when it comes to the guns, or does it really affect your aim? Because I don't think he did that. I don't think Rel showed how the guns fire when you're in the water on top. Yeah, I don't think he did that. So yeah, we'll have campaign on all continents, but forget the new continent. Aim of war water is fine. Okay. So, but when it comes to tactical point of view, if you drive your vehicle over the water, you obviously are going to be slower, but you're also going to be more vulnerable to air attack. I mean, unless you have gunners for your Sunders, it's still kind of more vulnerable. And imagine an orbital strike on the water. That's another interesting thing to talk about. How if an orbital strike goes over water? Thank you so much for the follow there, iPaptizer. You guys are great. So if an orbital strike happens over water, does it go all the way down? It probably does. And can you imagine what the orbital strike sound effect sounds like when it hits underwater? Oh, I would love to hear what that's gonna sound like. And Jason and chat, what is there? Can you fire your weapons underwater, or we can't do that?
No, there's certain weapons can only fire underwater.
But they didn't go into detail what weapons can be fired underwater.
No, they didn't.
Interesting. Yeah,
I think knives will be allowed to be used. I don't know about the banana knife though, the Amaterasu, because it fires like basically like a projectile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'll work, but I think they hinted at knives should be able to do. Crossbows. Oh, great. Knife and water.
Mixa, first time. Welcome to the stream, Mixa. How are you doing? Thank you. So, any plans on merging PS4 servers? The Rel and the rest of them did not mention anything about any merging of PS4 servers whatsoever. They didn't mention anything about that. So, and I think it's time to point out the PS4 port. They didn't mention anything about the PS4 port in this new update here. But I'm going to assume that whatever we get on PC is going to be the same on the PS4. But again, I am not very certain if this is going to be true, because if there's another detail I want to tell you guys. So one sec. Let me point that out. One sec. They did mention about the PS4 in their newsletter here. One sec. I'm just trying to look it up right now. Okay, no. Made the changes. No. So yeah, so they did the only moment I saw them mention PS4 was in this little note here, a note regarding the Shadow Warp Gate. So there's hardware limitations, so they couldn't bring the last chapter of the Shadow Warp Gate in good conscience. So yeah, that's another good question to bring up. I guess they made this continent with PS4 in mind as well. So I'm not too sure. I don't think there's going to be anything missing, but I don't know though, because I think by today's standards, I think the PS4 is kind of getting outdated. But then again, don't quote me on that. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat right now, guys. Sorry, I'm trying my best here. I never had this many people raid me before, so I'm trying my best to catch up on chat. Okay, didn't get here fast enough. Did you already talk about it? This allows swimming as infantry. Swimming as infantry. I think if you go in the water, you just go directly underwater. I think I saw that, right? Yeah, I don't think infantry can swim. You just go instantly underwater. And speaking of underwater, all infantry can stay underwater indefinitely, or do you have limited oxygen like other video games have done it? Because I didn't see that a lot happen on stream, because didn't stay very. I didn't see any diagrams or any oxygen bars in the screen whatsoever. So all soldiers in this game can be underwater indefinitely. That's another good thing to bring up. One sec. Let me just catch up on chat right now. Crossbows will get a new lease on life, especially in the beachheads. Imagine trying to break through a beachhead, and that's an actual point you have to try to keep. That would be very interesting. Enough water specific guns and we've got conventional crossbows. The devs letter is a mention. Yeah, Larrington. You did. The dev letter gave mention to PS4, which is this one right here. So I don't know how much more. I don't know how difficult it is gonna. I don't know how much is gonna be missing for the PS4 players when it comes to this new update here. So that's left to speculation at this point, unless the developers wish to address it right now. But then again, I can probably imagine they still got more work to do. Okay, let me just catch up on chat again here. Again, chat, you guys are awesome, by the way. For those of you that are continuing to stay here after the main dev live stream, so thank you so much, guys. I never had this many people come in. Again, I can't say this enough, so thank you so much, guys. I have
followers. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and I don't want to repeat myself, but I have plans to improve this live stream, by the way. So you see this nice background that's happening right now? I do plan to get a green screen behind me. I was $5 short on the Twitch payout threshold this month, but with all these new people coming in, that's easily going to be filled easily. But if you guys ever wish to support the show, you're always welcome to become a Twitch follower, Twitch subber, and resub at any time. And you can always check out my Patreon page below on the panels if that ever interests you. So I'm just saying this as an option. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, so Black Future says, yeah, so the only way of knowing, only God knows if there's a new content back in 2018. At least when I started playing in 2014, the game's support and development was stagnant and unstable. I can imagine, because whenever I hear anything, when I talked to a couple players, when they talked about 2012 and 2014, when it comes to the game, they didn't really talk much about it. I mean, something came out back then, but they didn't really go into much detail there. And Larrington, thank you so much. Take it easy, all right, Larrington? Stay safe. Okay, let me just try to stay here. Let me just catch up on chat, guys. Sorry for making you guys wait. I'm just trying to catch up on chat. But that's why they balance it by saying only certain guns will work underwater. Yeah, I think that's a good point to bring up again, Ninja, because if you use certain weapons with good range, it'll be way too easy and it will be overpowering underwater. Like I was saying earlier before you guys came in, underwater gameplay, it's very easy to screw up on if you don't balance it right or design it right. So I'm very optimistic right now what I saw in this preview here. So I can imagine how much more they're going to tweak it when the release day finally comes. Nanite-infused lungs that strip oxygen for the water to hide losses. I don't know. The Vanu Sovereignty are technically aliens, so I don't know. Maybe they'll have an advantage underwater. I don't know. That again, I'm just guessing at this point. Okay, they were down to 6 deaths, but now they have a full team. So Jason, does anybody in chat know what a full team means in game development? When we say a full team, does that mean 20 people, 30 people, 40 people? Again, I'm just guessing how what you call a full team in game development. So how did you get stumps?
Pancakes, I don't know why it's crashing. It might be the new update. There might be a bug or something that's messed up when they released it.
So
they'll
Meme
probably have an update like tomorrow.
Yeah, Meme Urk, first time chat. Good to see you again. So Meme Urk, you're your first time here. Welcome aboard, you. Sorry, I'm just catching up on Twitch chat right now. A lot of people came in here, so yeah, no worries. If you never watched a Planetside 2 stream before, I hope you like it. So I hope I'm being entertaining to you guys as best as I can. Okay, let me just see. So Black, you can talk about it if you want. I mean, I basically wrote down notes to what's going on here, and I'm doing okay. Thank you. Okay, let me just check out. Yeah, it was a good break. Yeah, so DVS Snow, that's first time here. Thank you for the breakdown there. Yeah, I'm trying my best to absorb all this in, because when the live stream was going, I basically took all these photographs, as you can see here in the top left corner. So it's the same thing you just saw, but I just made quick screenshots of it. This base is very interesting, like I said before, because it looks like there's an entrance right there, but I don't really know what the interiors looks like. So we're just guessing at this point what's going to be inside. Okay, let me just catch up on Twitch chat a little bit. We're almost catched up. Wait, Stars Pancakes, when you say the game, are you talking about the public test server or are you talking about the live server? Jason, is it the live server or the public test server that's crashing?
I don't know, people are asking, like, my game crashed on live.
Really? Okay, let me just catch up on chat. Full team, 25 plus or so. Yeah, discipline. Full team means all discipline covered. Gotcha. So artist, artist, programmers. Got it. Seems Emerald is sick with the flu. But the Comlink building. Comlink building. Which is the Comlink building again, Jason? Is it this one right here with the harasser, or is it the one with the sphere?
The uplink building right there.
This one right here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much of this is going to be in the final version, but it's still pretty interesting. Yes, I took a photo of it. The YG, yes. I have it right here. One sec. Yeah, it's this one right here. I couldn't take a screenshot, so I only got a video of it. So I can't see too many details, but it looks like some outpost or some sort of a platform where you can spawn vehicles, maybe. But that is just my guess at this point. Bug report. Can't pull ground vehicles if you grab the miner. That's interesting. That's weird. Wait a minute. I got a few random crashes on live too. What? Okay, so I don't know why the live. So when this new patch came in, there's been more crashes than normal. Is that what's going on right now? That's very odd. Yeah, I mean, the last time before this new update came in, I can easily play 6 or 8 hours if I wanted to, and I'd have not a single crash. Floating biolab, potential anvil. Yeah. See, look at that. If it looks a little grainy, but there's easily enough room for you to land your vehicles in there. So it's all up to speculation now. What's going on here? Yeah, that Comlink building was like a Light Assault's playground. Yeah, yeah. If you talk about that, a Comlink building, yeah, it's this one right here. Again, we didn't see much inside, but it's all up to guessing here. It does look like the top tower in the background. Oh yeah, yeah. This is the tower we're talking about. So the only way to get inside is by going in there by aircraft and routers, I think. Yeah, so
you'll probably need to use routers, and it's probably going to be, especially the outfits that actively hunt down routers. It's going to be a pain if you don't actively defend your routers. You can't just place them and like leave them. You actually have to defend them.
Yeah.
Which is
Wait a minute.
probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but
yeah. One sec. Let me just check things out. Okay, wait a sec. So I'm just looking at these screenshots again because I like to look into details on pictures whenever possible. So here's another base. It looks like a Crossroads Watchtower type of a base that we've probably seen many times before. So it's interesting how it's on top of a hill. I can only imagine how you can traverse up there, or maybe the only way to get up there is by flying. So they did say that this game is full of islands. This game is full of islands and hills. So I can only imagine how difficult it must be to traverse all around the place. I'm just going through these pictures again to see if anything stands out. So again, so if you guys like to do construction, they did address it in a dev letter by saying that they're going to be working on rehashing this system as well. But it looks like they're I don't know if this is a placeholder, but it looks but if this is going to be in the live version, this is going to be very fun for construction builders, because this is the biggest one you can get in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought that's a 35K.
Yeah, because of course when it's as it stands in live right now, the cordium that you can get or that spawns in is varied. You either get a small amount, or sometimes if you're really lucky, you get lots. So yeah, okay. I'm just catching up on Twitch chat again, guys. Sorry for making you wait. I wish it was taller. It looks like dial towers. I'm loving the overall scheme. Yeah. Will there be fishing? Jason, somebody already mentioned about fishing in chat already. I mean, if the devs added mission tasks where you actually do fishing, that would be very nice, wouldn't it? Hey, let's go to the work kit, accept a fishing task. Oh, what are we gonna fish in this continent? I'm just trying to think. I mean, it sounds like an April Fool's joke you would add into a game. Things that would not make any sense, but it would. PS2, the fishing for Elysium. Fish for A7. Hey, that's a good incentive right there. I mean, I don't know if the developers are still watching this, but hey, I mean, if you jokingly add fishing as a mission in this game, I don't think any of us are gonna complain. I mean, we can jokingly tell their players, "Hey, did you hear this game? Did you hear this old game called Planetside 2? You can do fishing in it, and you get XP for it." Imagine that being in a commercial. Imagine that being the commercial. Oh, I'm a Darivano now? You know what's interesting though? I'm a TR player, but I do have NC and BS accounts, but I mainly play TR. But I'm gonna say this right now. I don't mind the other factions at all. I don't say NC is bad. I don't say VS is bad. I am completely open. So I really don't mind the other factions. No NSO? That's the thing. NSOs. I don't mind NSOs either, but the problem is I don't have NSOs because you need to be. Wait a minute. Let me step back on that. You can play NSOs, right? You don't have to pay for it, right?
Yeah, you can play them. You don't. You have to pay. I think you have to do the membership and then the 1,000 certs to be able to faction.
Oh, well. Let's just say that my real life has been very busy, so I don't have the time to grind the other factions. That's why I mainly play TR. I mean, TR has its pros and cons, like any other faction, but that's the main faction I play. If you guys check my account, so I'm gonna catch up with Twitch chat, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up here. You guys are awesome. We need a platoon off of fishermen. Okay, Jason. So call me cheesy, but that just brought up another interesting idea. What I mean, again, missions in the warp gate or sanctuary. You would call the mission a fishing platoon or a fishing squad. Have at least one or two more players with you, and if you go around the continent. If you go around the continent fishing for something, you get XP for it, or A7s if you do this mission. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna do it. If you give players a good incentive, they will do it. And if you imagine if you can do that mission twice a day or 3 times a day. Okay. It's cheesy, but if you give people an incentive to do it, they will. It'd be a good meme. I mean, it's gonna have some internet attention. Like I said earlier, hey, you ever heard of Planetside 2? Yeah, it's fishing in it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna step back. Okay, that's too much. Okay. Let me catch up on Twitch chat, guys, because I got these screenshots, by the way. I'm going through this right now to see if there's anything that we missed. One sec. Yeah, I don't hate the other factions, Sir Pancakes. I mean, I don't. I mean, it sounds kind of boring when I say it, but then again, my real life is kind of too busy for me to. I don't know. Maybe it's my real life talking. I'm so busy. But if I was given the opportunity to do this streaming full time or part time, I would do it. So I make the most out of my whole week by doing video editing and stuff. Anyway, let's continue. And enough of that. The only advantage for premium NSO is to be able to lock faction and play NSO. Oh, don't forget, if you play for the subscription for the NSO, you can also be a part of an outfit. So that's another thing too. Yeah, you subbed. Yeah. So if you don't pay for the NSO, you basically go into a faction that has the least amount of pop. But you can do some trickery around. You can do some little trickery to play with the faction you want when switching continents. Don't ask me how that works, but I've heard people do it.
I've done it. You can just constantly switch back and forth until you get to your favorite faction.
That sounds about right.
I used to do that before they did the update for NSOs.
Mm-hmm. All you need to do is have a character to be level 20 to be NSO, but you need to be able to choose. Yeah, faction, yeah. Hey, the count of the new map has already come out. It says March 1. Are you... is that true, Javi? March 1st? Meh, well, looks like it's going to take a little bit longer for them to develop, but I hope... but I do not... Looking at the progress they've made here, I don't think this content is going to be delayed like what they told us back in 2018. Using a heavy crossbow with fishing on the boat to spear fishing, and just swim around to trade fishies. Oh yes. You accept the mission. You're given a crossbow. You've been given a crossbow, and you go around hunting for fishes, and you bring it back to your base so that you can feed your troops. Oh wait, no, that's way too ambitious. But then again, that's still not a bad idea. Never mind. Okay, the great thing is it was lower prop. Yeah, that's the thing the developers mentioned in the dev letter. One of the reasons why NSO exists, especially for free-to-play players, is that it will help supplement the the factions that have the lowest pop. So I can see why you did that. But some people are gonna argue saying it could have been done better, but I can give credit to where it's due when they did that. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna try it twice now. Okay, let's catch up on Twitch chat, guys. I'm sorry for making you guys wait, but I really appreciate you guys staying here for this show of mine. Okay. Go to missions. Melee weapon fishing. Melee weapon fishing. That'd be funny. All right, so I'm just going through these pictures one more time to see if there's anything we missed. So again, these new flare faces. I guess this only appears when you play the game for the first time, or when you create your account in a creation screen. I don't know. My troops can start to test. It's sort of full stomach. The magical nanites. That's a good question. Where did the nanites originate from? That'd be an interesting lore story, right? Oh, Legal Lord, Inio Archie. Oh, thank you, Legal Lord. Thank you. Thank you so much for that compliment. Your first time here. Thank you. Welcome to this little show of mine. Welcome. Says December 8th to March. Okay, yeah. Appreciate the compliment, Liga. Thank you. They did say, like I said earlier, when they did talk about it in the dev letter, they did mention that it will come out next month. But then again, they may delay it even more. So I honestly will not be surprised. I would rather have a decent. Sorry, what?
I'd rather have a fully fledged out continent before they release it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, with the Shadow Warp Gate or the Escalation, it's the Bastions were a lot more bugged with. They were a lot more buggy before the final version release. So if they had to fix critical bugs, just give them the time to do it. I'd rather have that because first player impressions are pretty important. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on Twitch chat here. Yeah. And like I said before, guys, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself here, but if you guys are ever interested to help support the show, you are more than welcome to do so anytime. You can always become a Twitch follower, Twitch subscriber, or you can even check my Patreon page if you're interested. Plus, my YouTube channel is there, by the way. I did release my newest YouTube video to Planetside 2 recently, by the way, so you're welcome to check that out. Oh yeah, there's that link there. I think I forgot to update that link, though. But it's still a pretty good, video, I think. Yeah. Do I play for VS? Technically yes, but TR is my main because I have accounts for TR, VS, and NC. I don't have an NSO. I don't have an NSO account because I don't have too much free time at the moment because I've been very busy with working full time. So I use whatever free time I have playing my TR account. So okay, so what's up? Black Otira, if you're still watching, these are some of the new player faces I think we're gonna get. Because so Jason, are you still there? Rel did talk about these faces in the very beginning. I remember that pretty clearly, but they didn't mention very specifically where you're gonna get these new faces. Are you gonna get them in a bundle, or they're gonna be available in the character creation screen?
You're going to redeem them in your depot, in the depot.
Oh, okay. So you have to get these separately. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Extra Life Charity 2021. I think it is.
Yeah, this was a charity thing. Yeah. It looks pretty nice. Yeah. So Floofers. Okay, good to see you, Floofers. Let me just check your message there. I saw someone ask a question in the PS2 stream. If they'll add the ad delivery system for PS1, got unanswered. But I do kind of wish that it gets added in. I'd love to do the delivery job. So that's another good point. Remember that newsletter we just talked about? Let me just pull it up here. 1 sec. I'm trying to look up the construction system they did mention in this update. 1 sec. No, that's the wrong one. Construction. They did mention about the construction in this update here. Construction bases forming beachheads and guarding open field capture will exist. Oh, this is a good detail. Construction bases forming beachheads and guarding open field capture points will exist alongside handcrafted dead bases. That's so fighting in beachheads is going to be interesting to see how it's going to work in the live version of the game. So they did mention about the construction, but I want to look at that up again here. No, it's not here. Defunct. So they did mention about improving the construction system, but I forgot where exactly they mentioned that. Oh, no, here it is. We're currently looking to address the construction system. In other words, the ones you did add, with broader strokes in time for the new content release next month. So yeah, that's a good question, Floofers. I'm not too sure if they'll add that from PS1, but that's a good theory because anything to spice up the gameplay from what you're used to now is a welcome addition. But I also hope it's not gonna, and I hope it's not going to cause an imbalance in the gameplay. Because just because you introduce something new to the game doesn't necessarily mean it's always better. So let me catch up on chat right now. They look like the same faces we have though. No. Those faces I just mentioned. Let me look it up here. These faces are new as far as I know, and this is from the donation drive extra that they did a while back. Yeah.
Charity 2021.
Yeah, they did the charity thing. Yeah. When I heard the reason for why it didn't come out through this game, I was confused. No one wants to do that. Pretty sure. Yeah. Guess you only need a reading code once. Oh yeah, I'll get that reading code done eventually. Yeah. So those faces are showing the new health for the external code. One hit knives in the water will be fun. Okay. That would be pretty scary. A player coming at you in slow motion and knifing you to death. That'd be pretty scary.
I'd have nightmares of Vano doing that to me, so I don't.
That'd be scary.
It just casually appears out of the water, unstealth. It's like,
And don't forget that I didn't see pretty good on how fast the player's going here, but if they're slightly slower, that'd be pretty creepy. Yeah. I would love to see a new construction system. Yeah, so that's another interesting point to bring up. I do not know the history of this game fully, when did this construction system come out for this game? Was it 2015, 2016?
I think it's 2015.
2015, yeah. And I've talked to a lot of players in this community about the construction system when I was running open squad and open platoons, and I didn't hear. And when I talked to some couple of these players, they didn't mention any changes to the construction system ever since 2015. There wasn't.
Well, there was. They used to have the hives for your bases. You had to build them to help take the continent, and they took that away. Then the orbital strikes and the flails and all the other stuff came in, but they haven't really changed it since.
Can you describe this hive? I think it's the first time I've ever heard that. How does the hive work? If you guys in chat want to help with this, you're more than welcome to. So I think we're going to be wrapping this up soon, and I'll be actually playing some Planetside 2 myself. I'll be going to the live servers, and I'm going to see how. I hope it's not going to crash so badly for you guys, but we're going to be playing some Planetside 2 here shortly. All right. So, but I think we're just about close to wrapping this up because I'm just going through these photos one more time. But okay, let me just catch up on Twitch chat, guys. You guys have been great. Let me see. Doesn't Light Assault get speed boost suit slot underwater knife man running people down? Like Jason said, I can imagine people getting nightmares from that. Yeah.
Just appears out of the water and just stabs you.
Jason Voorhees underwater. Can you imagine that?
Goes out great.
Yeah, you'd be slightly faster with the suit slot. That's an interesting. A friend of mine that bought stuff for the Hive never got a refund Daybreak Cash when he got it removed, so that was nice. So, Floofers, how does the Hive work again? I don't know if Jason can remember, but how does the Hive work basically? I mean, you construct it, and what was it for before they removed it? I mean, I don't know if the Planetside 2 Google search is gonna show that up, but I would like to hear that if you're interested. So before I get the answer for the Hive, I'm gonna look at these photos one more time. So if you guys are just coming in here now, I'm just reviewing these photos one more time just to see if there's anything that we missed. Other than that unexpected reveal, I'm just looking at these things one more time. Oh, here's another thing. The hives were the buildings that look like uplink towers, and you need to have hives for your bases to count towards continent locks. Oh, so like territorial control percentage, basically, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine that was probably a problem because if you build so many hives, you can just build one or something in maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
It's a max of 3, I think it was, or something.
3% something?
No, I think it was like 3 hives per faction. I think you could build. I don't remember. Was it 3 or 5? It's been a while.
I can probably imagine that being a game balancing issue, or maybe they didn't know what to do with it. But I don't know. But that's what
because people would take their attention. People would take their attention off the fighting for the bases and go after the hives. So a lot of factions would lose because they just focus their attention on the hives and try to kill them as quickly as possible.
I see. So they took away from the main bases and they went after those instead. It would charge up over time, and the closer you were to the middle parts of them, the faster it would charge, and then add victory points. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can probably see why. Yeah, I can probably see why they did that. Yeah.
Like if you went closer to the Crown or the Ascent or Nation's Defiance, it would grow, and you would be able to get the continent locked. For your
I see. So I'm looking at these photos again. So I'm just trying my best here, but some islands are going to be interesting because look at this island here on the right. It has an uplink or something on the top of the mountain, yeah. So it looks like you can't. The only way to get up there is either I don't even know if a fully upgraded Light Assault player can get on top of this mountain. Can they? We didn't really get to see how
skirmisher jets should be able to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how big that is, but I think only certain players with a maxed out skirmisher can get up there. But I guess the only other way to get there is by beacons, or if you got if you got aircraft going up there. So that's going to be very interesting. You can't, even if you form a beachhead, you still the only way to get up there is you have to build a base that spawns aircraft or something like that. And that brings to me another question. How do you spawn galaxies in this map if there's no warp gate? How do you spawn galaxies if there's no warp gate?
Tower bases.
Certain bases have the vehicle spawn terminals?
Yeah, certain vehicles, tower bases will.
But that still brings up that question again. If there's no warp gates, how do you spawn into the continent? Do you spawn on a certain base? Is that how it's gonna work?
I don't know.
That's a good question, really. I mean, it brings up some more questions. But then again, that's what makes us interested for this new update. Because if that's not how it's gonna work, how does it work for this new map? It's interesting, but I'm very interested to see the end result. And I'm sorry to break away from Planetside 2 a little bit, but I want to mention this also. I've been slowly learning how to sound confident, so that you guys like this presentation more. So that's what I've been learning for the last few months. So I hope you guys like this. I'm trying my best. Okay. Player bases can have air terminals. Yeah. So I'm guessing, yeah, those towers that look like those bases that you saw in the mountains that look like Crossroads Watchtower. That's probably it. Yeah. Maybe maxed out skirmisher fly suit. Yeah. Yeah. Player bases cannot spawn ABPs or heavy aircraft. So yeah, that just brings up more speculation at this point on how these new bases are gonna work, but it's still interesting. I can imagine some bases provide spawn pads, give you to fight for the bases. That's also possibly true also. And like I said earlier, how many of these bridges are gonna exist in this new continent? Are we forced to drive on water? Don't know. Someone came up with a build to climb the trees on Hassan, included using aerial combatant. And Hunter exploded explosive bolts to recharge jet midair. No, Sprite Trooper. Okay. So on the right here, it looks like a base, but it looks like a base, maybe an outpost or something. And there's a next base right on this hill. Maybe I don't know. I can only imagine what the lattice system for this continent is gonna look like. You only saw portions of it, and like I went through these photographs earlier. This is still incomplete, like Rel just said. They still need to add flora and how much more vegetation. I don't know.
And like the spawn, like the Thunder Garages, where they want to put them, like what bases want to allow to pull MBTs and
Yeah.
Like, will we have tech plants on this continent? Will we have amp stations?
Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine.
They haven't told us anything.
No. But I'm pretty sure they're still working on that, or they haven't come up with the final versions yet. So these 35k cordiums, as we know of right now, they seem to be all over the continent. So very almost everywhere. Okay, so these rocks probably placeholders.
Yeah.
Are these
a lot of the stuff are placeholders?
Yeah. Are these the same rocks in Amrish?
A lot of them are Indar.
Oh, Indar. That explains why everybody likes Indar.
Fundar or Windar.
Imagine Indar becoming a winter continent.
No, imagine what, because he said the end he would flood Indar.
I'm still interested. I like this tropical continent. I still like this. Again, how much more I don't know how much more flora is going to be added inland. It's still up to speculation. I'm just reviewing these photos one more time to see if there's anything we missed. I tried to grab the most important ones that I thought would be interesting, and you know what's interesting? You can see underwater pretty clearly when you're in the vehicle over water. So does that mean you get to see players underwater that easily as well? Or maybe that's still a work in progress, because you shouldn't be able to see players that easily underwater. Or maybe these rocks are placeholders. That's another guess of mine here. So, Albert, this is the Comblink building. Who knows how much more is in there? Maybe there's a lower level that we don't know about. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a repeat of I'm not sure if it's going to be a repeat of the containment sites, but it could be interesting if they did have an underground floor to this base. Rel mentioned visibility would be reduced. That explains it, because you're not supposed to see underwater that easily, just like in real life. That makes sense. Yeah. So what we see here right now is not complete. That's a good observation, sir. Yeah, it's because this is what the map looks like without fog. So yeah. So here's another screenshot again. I can only imagine how steep the mountains here are. And look at that. There's another accordion on that mountain there. This is going to be a fun place for people to build bases. It's going to be very, very fun. So if I remember correct, will they reduce spawning range? That's another good question. I don't know if Rel or any of the developers addressed it on the actual live stream itself, but if you're going to be underwater like this, you shouldn't be able to see that far. So they probably will reduce that more compared to what we see in this photograph here right now. And like Rel said in the live stream itself, oh, they did not address it. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. So, okay. One sec. I'm just trying to remember something. Oh yeah. So I don't know how much they're gonna add into this underwater section as well. Remember the flora? I don't know if they're gonna add more flora underwater. I'm not sure if it's complete. So there could be much more compared to what we are seeing now here, and reduced visibility, of course. So but what we do see now, it's still pretty interesting, and I think it's a good first impression, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying this to my best of my ability here. So I haven't seen too many video games to make a strong opinion, but at least for me, I think it's pretty good for what I see here so far. You know, it would be pretty weird to be able to see a supermarket underwater go on the beach. See, so that's another good thing to bring up, Hell, because this underwater system that they made is completely new to the game. And I just wanted to bring up this Google document, by the way. So when I was listening to the live stream, I basically wrote down these important notes that I remember the most. So basically the first point they talked about was they talked about a lot how it took so much effort to revamp the NSOs, adding new vehicles, adding new sounds. It was a big undertaking. So like I was saying to myself, I can only imagine the amount of work has to go through to update this engine and adding stuff into it. So I don't know if it's easy to work on with this game engine that they're using compared to others, but I can only imagine. So shield sunder garages, yeah, Jason, they were talking about the shield sunder garages. So for example, it's not so easy to get into the sunder garage because you have to take the shields down, just like how you enter a base, right? Something like that. Yeah.
No, kind of like the sunder garages that are on the containment sites on Messenger.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. So another interesting point they brought up is galaxies and Valkyries can't go underwater. So I guess if you try to put a galaxy underwater, it'll crash, or maybe they'll just stay underwater for like a brief second.
They'll float.
Yeah. But they did say they're gonna add a sound when a galaxy tries to go underwater. I like that they're going for that little piece of detail. Yeah. So Jason, did you remember that sound designer saying that even if it's only gonna float, they wanted to put a sound effect where a galaxy tries to go underwater, even if it's not very long. I remember that pretty well. Yeah. Okay, one sec. I mean, they mentioned I'm gonna catch you on my Twitch chat, guys. You guys are great. I mean, they mentioned about more things in the game because that gameplay that they show isn't the real game. It was a copy of with the flora. Gotcha. It's pretty good for the graphics level this game needs, especially for 2012 game as well. And see, the other thing is performance-wise. Jason and chat, I don't know if Rel mentioned the performance for this map, because I already know that the map is still unfinished placeholders, but what if you had a full continent with this? Is it going to affect the performance pretty heavily, especially for those players that don't have a high-end PC or a mid-range PC or low-end PC? So I don't know if that's going to be addressed or mentioned anytime soon. But I do remember that the developers did talk about addressing the game engine so that it's going to perform better. So I'm guessing that's still a big challenge that they're still dealing with right now. And I still remember when it said that adding the NSO stuff was not easy. That's the impression I got from that. Yeah. I'm gonna check on my Twitch chat, guys. I'm gonna pull up the pictures here. Having hundreds of people in the same map means you can't have COD level graphics. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Even if you have the best PC in the world, if you have too many players in the same area, it's still going to be a challenge. Yeah. Realign the engine. It would be nice to see a remaster in the future, bringing the graphics from launch. So that's an interesting point, Sir Pancakes, because did you see what the new Unreal Engine can do? You can, because basically one of the examples that I remember from it pretty well was you can multiply so many objects in this one area, and there's absolutely no slowdown. Your performance is still pretty good. So the people from Unreal Engine found a way to make it to make developers' life a whole lot easier in copying things. So I can imagine if that was done with this game and this franchise, it's probably gonna do a lot of wonders. But then again, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But from what I saw from the Unreal Engine presentation, the possibilities are endless. When I saw that, that's a big game changer, and it's not an exaggeration. It actually is possible. Okay, sorry for me, guys. Wait, I'm just catching on Twitch chat right now. The NVIDIA effects. Yeah, so I remember the NVIDIA effects pretty well. I saw a video about it, and that's why they have it disabled. That's why it's staying off. Or they may have removed it from the latest live patch. I don't know. But they did cause a lot of slowdown. So Jason, am I correct? The particle effects for NVIDIA that this game had when it first released, it did cause a lot of slowdown.
Yes.
Yeah. Was it 30, 40, 50 FPS drop? Something like that?
I don't remember.
But it was pretty significant. That's what I remember people talking about it. Yeah. Forget PCs that make it run on PS4. That's the thing I was thinking in this whole presentation. How this whole continent has to work, but also in the PS4 as well. Yeah. So they I think they're kind of limited design wise because you have to think of the PS4 at the same time. Okay, I'm almost catch up with the Twitch chat, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm still not sure which settings would take up more CPU compared to others. Some people say it's the textures. Some people, it's either the textures and shadows. Because as to my knowledge, the shadows in Planetside 2 are still not very well optimized, especially if you know large fight. But you can correct me on that. Mentioning that we're able to carry heavy guys around people in a safe place. Yeah. So 1 sec. I'm almost catch up in the chat, guys. Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever bring up practical effects unless they made a big breakthrough in optimizing this game and making the game engine work better with newer technology. So that, again, I'm no game developer, I'm no game designer, but after hearing so many stories of game development, I have some ideas and some theories, but that's as far as it goes. Kind of wish they had more tooltips and graphic settings on which hardware they interact the most. That's another good idea, but I think the developers already got way too much stuff in their plate at this point. So, like they already talked about adding content for the NSOs, it wasn't an easy thing to do. That's the impression I got from that talk they had with the sound designer. So yeah, let me look at the NVIDIA drop to support physics particles, so we couldn't prevent this. Yeah, that's very unlikely at this point. Yeah, they've had to recreate them using another method. But that's also going to take away development time. So I'm not too sure if they're willing to do that. Yeah, and not willing to do that anytime soon. Because you have to put priority on what stuff in the game matters most, especially when it comes to putting out updates every month or every few months or so. So you guys probably know this already, but I appreciate this development cycle that the developers for this game are going through right now. I mean, major updates a couple times each year, especially for a game like this. This is very generous for them to do. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys are checked out my panels below. When it comes to my equipment, I'm on a 6-year-old PC right now. I had to reduce the texture quality to high instead of ultra just to get decent FPS on high pop fights. So I'm very fortunate to be playing this game right now. But maybe in the future, again, it's a little off topic, but if I was given the support, I would like to play newer releases with better hardware. It's gonna come at a big price though. But if you guys in chat are anytime interested to help me improve this channel, you guys are more than welcome to talk to me anytime privately on Discord if you're ever interested. So enough of that. So I'm just going through these photographs one more time. So do you guys like to bring up anything on this preview so far? Do you guys have not mentioned anything yet? So I'm just going through these photos one more time to see if there's anything even missed. Ah, yes. So remember this surprise that Rel tried to mention at the end?
Flooded indoor.
No. There's this command here. There's this little text here on the left side here. He tried to load something, but I don't know exactly what it was. So it was supposed to be a big surprise, but they didn't say what. They didn't say what. That would have been so nice to do. But it looks like they might save that for the release day, or maybe in a future post in the future. Oh, he was trying to flood indoor water. Is
trying
that
to flood indoor? Yeah, he was trying to flood indoor.
So? I guess the thing that failed to load was probably the water plane. So this area right here in front of us, I guess there was supposed to be water there, I guess. I mean, Indar doesn't have a lot of water that I know of. So so it's not just for creating a new continent, but they are also adding water to all the other continents to go underwater. That is huge. I don't think I can say this enough. That we're gonna have an underwater system for all continents, and that's another thing that was mentioned in the notes. I want to bring it up again one more time. So they're gonna add a Galaxy of Underwater sound. We already went through that. Outsourcing partners. So that was an observation I did earlier in the preview. How much of this game is outsourced? They already mentioned that that all those new textures, all those looks that you can have in your character, they're outsourced. But how much more of this game is being outsourced specifically? Making new bases, making new. I mean, that's just a random question I was thinking. You can enter swimming vehicles. That's pretty good. They had to create buoyancy systems and underwater systems that are rockwise compatible with the other continents. So you have to create areas where the underwater system is gonna go in. That's another. Who knows how? I mean, that's a lot of work. And I can only imagine how the other continents gonna look like with the underwater system in there. And that's gonna, and who knows how many bases are gonna be affected with the underwater system and where they're gonna add those. So I can only imagine. And when you saw that PTS there wasn't a lot of underwater there. So, here's the other thing, by the way, to bring up again. There are no current plans to construct underwater. This was already mentioned by Rel himself. So, but I can probably see they're not gonna risk it by doing any possibility of constructing underwater anytime soon. I mean, can you imagine being underwater and you do a fight with just limited weaponry? That'd be pretty awkward. Imagine that. Imagine going slowly at the base and the turrets are shooting at you. And those infantry turrets are shooting at you. You won't stand a chance. Or, yeah. If they were gonna add construction underwater, they have to add they have to add a lot of limitations. You can't have infantry tower. You can't have infantry turrets. You can't have modules. You name it. You can probably imagine how much has to be turned off for underwater. No, yeah, because so if you guys don't know, I already so you can have a flail, you can have an infantry tower. And you can imagine how chaotic it would be if you try to do construction underwater. So it probably would not be a very fun, balanced gameplay time there. No. So that explains Rel's answer to that pretty perfectly there. So there's no yeah, I can see why they're not doing that anytime soon. So I think I've covered just about everything. There are shield sunder garages, like we mentioned already, outsourcing. It's just an observation, really, for those of you that like to hear about game development. But that's just about me. And so, yeah, this is what these are one of the things you can get from the bundles. The lighthouse NSO. That somebody on chat was saying that this looked like a lighthouse. It kind of does. It's not the obvious official name though, but people are gonna call it the lighthouse. Really nice. And this knife here. I talked about this knife earlier. Is this the largest knife you can get in the game, or did they just add this to this game recently?
It's a reskinned knife.
Oh, it's a reskin. Oh.
Yeah, it's a reskin of a knife. From what they said.
So, the original look for this knife is this an improvement or not really? When it comes to visually, is it better?
I don't know because.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look it up, but you guys in chat are awesome. So yeah.
I gotta wait till I get some income before I get the bundles. There's that. I think it's what is it? It's
What?
bundles. Yeah, I want my Fleet Admiral title. Because it goes well with the ranking system of my outfit.
I get the feeling that Rel would like to tweak the rivers in Amherst with this new underwater tech in mind. Bill's by coming to mind. So I know Amherst doesn't have many rivers. So who knows how much they're going to redesign the continent so there's going to be underwater system in it. There are some bases where it has toxic water, if you can call it that. So I can only imagine how much they're going to change because there's not very many areas.
The toxic water at Hayoga Chemical.
Yes, that's going to be very interesting. Yeah.
I think there's another base on. Is that the only base on Amherst that has the toxic water, or is there another base that has it?
I think that's the only one that I know of right now. At least
I know Halston has a bunch.
That's one that I know of, unless you guys are more than welcome to correct us on that. So
I know Austin has
Gurney Dam on Austin. Good. That's another good one.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That's a major one.
That's the other one. Yeah. So, like I said, if you're just tuning in, we are just doing a review of the developer preview that was just done not long ago. So, long story short, this was an interesting live stream for the developers because it wasn't just Rel and Andy like they did before. I know Andy already left the company in good terms, from what I can hear. So this time they're kind of doing it like they did before years ago. They have multiple developers together, but because this is COVID time, so they had maybe one of them come together one by one. So it's a pretty good throwback. So we had an interesting conversation. They had an interesting talk with the sound designer of the game and the senior artist of the game. So
especially that voice acting they had to do.
Yeah, and I remember pretty well that the Rel said that it wasn't very easy to add voice lines into the game. It's not that simple in a game like this, especially with the game engine. Yeah.
But yeah, I forget which character it is, but one of the characters in the game does have Rel's voice in it.
I don't recall.
It's one of the bots you had to interact with. I think it was part of the campaign.
If you guys don't know, Rel is the lead designer for this game. Well, but you can also call him by his real life name, Stephen Henderson. That's his real life name. I don't know why I remember that, but I guess I like the attention to detail.
Just mention it in a stream and catch him off guard. He goes, "What?"
I don't know. I just like I said, I like to pay attention to detail, and I seem to be pretty good at that.
Yeah, him. Yeah, Slick, the one that gives you the implants on Sanctuary.
Okay.
Yeah.
FL34. Wait, FL34. Remind me what that is again, because I don't remember every little detail this game has. So you guys are more than welcome to help me out.
On Sanctuary. You know the big circle is where right now there's the pumpkin on Sanctuary?
Ah, yes. I remember that. Yes.
It's Flea. Yeah.
Yeah. And so DX and Crimson Verse, you guys are first time in the stream. Welcome, guys. How y'all doing? So for the last 2 hours, I've just been recapping what this new continent is. So welcome to the show, guys. And the reason why I'm having this muse right now is that I had a huge raid from Planetside 2 themselves. Well, Rel, I don't think
Rel.
Rel.
Like here, he was like, here, have 3,000.
Yeah,
I saw it. I was like,
yes, Rel raided me with 3,000 people. I never had that happen ever. It feels like I won the lottery on Twitch or something. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I describe a raid like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, holy hell, I'm glad I wasn't streaming.
Well, Gunuku, the only reason I know Rel's real name is because they disclosed it publicly. It's not really a secret.
Yeah, I think that they...
Yeah.
One of the devs' names is like, hey, yeah, hi.
And for some reason, and it's kind of weird why I remember that so well. I don't know why. I don't think about Rel every single day. And yet, I somehow remember that little fact. Call me weird. Yeah. One sec.
Phone call.
Don't worry about it, guys. I'm gonna say.
Hello, welcome to how.
Oh, I'm at the office. Oh no, I'm just kidding. U.S. office. I don't know. Yeah. And, no. I was gonna go into U.S. office versus UK office, but I'm not gonna go there. Moving on. Okay. Moving on. So yeah, Circuit Crash on Rail. Maybe. I never talked to the guy actually. Like, I don't know if you were watching the Planetside 2 live stream there. He just said what Rail said to me was, "Oh, this guy dressed up." That's the impression I got from Rail. That's about it. So me and Rail never talked.
I was probably. Oh, so that's the only audio that I caught from him. Is like, oh, this guy dressed up. Kidding.
Yep, just like that. That's why I said I felt like I won a lottery on Twitch there when that happened, because it's not something like this happens very often. It really doesn't. But anyway, I'm gonna let's move on. You guys are mainly here for Planetside 2, so I'm gonna stick with that. So let's go ahead, and they were pretty known in the olden days. Yeah, flippers, like I said before, I don't know the full history of this game. I really don't. I mean, I started to know about this game. Actually, no, the first time I heard about this game was when Angry Joe, back in 2012, did a review of this game. Completely different game, I know, but yeah. So, but then again, I started to take a interest in this game around 2019. So yeah, if you guys missed it, here are the developers once again. Rail got side graded. So yeah, that's Homero Sanchez on the left, and that is Chris Bishop there on the left. Again, Rail got side graded twice. Never mind. Okay, Dexus is here.
I knew he was on Discord because that's. Yeah,
I just noticed you now. Okay, welcome Dex. Welcome to the show, Dex. How do you like the new update? Or no. How do you like the preview update so far?
I am really hyped to go fishing in Usher and getting a barbecue with the boys.
That's what I was just saying, Dex. I don't know how much you were listening to that. But
no, I was busy with work. I saw you get raided, losing your mind, and I'm like, I'm gonna go in and help him. And then I saw Jason hop in, and I'm like, he can take it.
That's fine. It's just like, I could have used those people.
Dex is funny how you bring up fishing, because I was just talking about how interesting or funny it would be to add a fishing mission in the game where you get XP certs or A7s for it, and be like, hey, have you heard about this Planetside 2 game? You can do fishing in it for XP and certs.
Make people lose their minds.
I mean, I want to go have a barbecue with the boys. We already have that planned on my outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus God.
Yeah, fishing.
I'm gonna look at the time. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Flippers, you played it back in beta. The one regret I have is not buying the Founders Pack, or whatever it's called. The Founders Pack. What is the Founders Pack? What did it have? Have a fishing mission like the drill. That would not be difficult to add in. Just reskin the drill into. How about you reskin the drill, but make it look like some sort of fishing contraption to capture fishes? That would be hilarious.
That'd be funny, and everybody would love that.
Alpha pack something. Okay. No. Okay. wait. So look at these waters here. So hang on a second. So imagine. So you're going underwater again. There's doesn't seem to be any oxygen. There's just this. You don't. I don't think any players in this game are gonna run
It's
on
all
any oxygen.
nanites, son. It's all nanites.
So imagine a shark with reduced visibility coming at you here. Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah.
Just scare me to death.
Oh yeah. Some guy mentioned something important. What happened to the carrots?
Wait, is this Halloween we're talking about?
No. The space carrots.
The space carrots on Sanctuary.
Yeah.
And you can also get a free title from killing all the carrots on the containment
It's
site.
a secret, Jason. Shh.
Okay. But membership for life sounded pretty nifty. Oh, that's the one I remember. You can get membership for life and you'll never expire. That I remember a couple players talking about that. Man, that would be very nice, right?
I would like membership for life and keep spending money on this game.
Yeah, Revenge of the Space Carrots. Oh, that would be a very nice tagline for the Osher. That would be very nice. That would be very interesting.
We're gonna come back and get you one day. Okay, good luck with that.
Wait, Eneo, since you were taking screenshots of the whole stream, I barely got areas of it. We get to see some space whales actually returning home.
I don't think we do. No, these are the important screenshots I was able to take. I'm just going through them one more time to see if there's anything we missed. For example, Cordium, the 35k Cordium is almost everywhere, at least in this build of the in this build of the map. Yeah.
Also, the new containment site looks bonkers.
You talk about this Comlink building?
No, yeah, the thing on the lake. Probably
that's the uplink building.
No, the one that was in the middle of the lake, where he's like, "Oh, that's secret. You're not supposed to look at it."
Oh yeah, we covered that already. We already covered that. Yeah, I had to bring up the clip of that too. Yeah.
It looks like a containment site basically.
That's nice. I mean, with an underground base, that would be very nice. And so the main thing I'm attracted to is the battlegrounds here. There are trees already, but the flora and the bushes. Is there going to be any bushes? I've talked about this earlier, but I'm very interested to see if that's going to happen in the final game. So that's going to be very interesting.
And something he didn't show on this one, what he showed in the last video, they were gonna have underground areas.
Do you know where?
I remember because I saw the old video for Osher, the one that they did several years ago, about the underground areas, and I don't think he showed it this stream.
No, because I still got the newsletter here, and the image is kind of small, but look at the most obvious thing you can tell right away is that the whole content doesn't look purple anymore,
which is nice.
So
right, yeah, I wanted to come here and check on you if you didn't lose your mind with the 3K raid.
Well, okay.
Good to see you're still sane, I guess.
Well, Dex, I was surprisingly composed. Almost lost my mind, but I was surprisingly composed.
You were not coherent for about 10 minutes.
You just kind of looked at it, and I was like, "I'm gonna go to this Discord."
Like you were barely making sense with what you were saying. You really lost it.
Sprouting off things, and I was like, let me go find out if he's okay. Because everyone in 2F's Discord was watching it. They're like, Enyo has lost it. I was like, yeah, let me go check on him. I'll be right back.
You guys can clip that later if you want. Yeah. You guys can.
I have something else to do. See you later. Bye,
yeah, no worries. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are probably going to clip that later. Yeah. I'm going to make a video out of it also because, like I said, it's not something that happens every day. And I'm glad to have the honor of giving you guys attention.
It's a privilege to have that many people.
Yeah, 10 minutes of actually no, I'm probably gonna post the whole thing there. But okay, let's go back on topic. Okay, I'm not gonna lose my mind again. Please don't. Okay, crazy graphics. The tracers back then ruled. I think I saw a couple of gameplay vids on that. It looked more noticeable, especially at nighttime, if I remember right. but if I got the story right, they had to make the changes because of optimization reasons. Is that right? Or was it something else that I don't know of? Because especially when you got this many players in one area duking it out, I'm honestly not really surprised that that's happening right now. Yeah. So one thing I noticed earlier, yeah, I kind of thought so too, Gunoko, because if you imagine, can you imagine in this part of the island there's 1,200 people? Imagine the slowdown. Can you imagine the slowdown? Yeah. Even if you had a monster of a PC, I don't know how the game engine is gonna handle it.
Your PC's gonna go.
Yeah. And I noticed that it's another thing I noticed during the live stream. See this bridge right here? Do I have the links blocked? I don't think I do, no, but I only don't permit links being posted unless I allow them to. That's what I have. I think I have that as a rule, but I can check. I can update on that. So okay. I'll hang on a sec. Let me just open that right now. One sec. Let me just turn off the link. Okay, here we go. Got it. So here's the old tracers this game had. Okay. 2013 Planetside, guys. This is what 2013 Planetside looked like. I'm gonna sick. Yeah. The UI, everything looks different. This is a max, but yeah, the tracers. I can see why.
The old days of.
And the graphics
just like trace your targets
and the graphics look a little different. Look noticeably different. Also, I can see that right away. The minimap doesn't look like it has changed all that much. And
I probably updated a few things, but jeez, the amount of just flack you could just put on a Sunder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see that's the fun when you can stop Vanu, take a bunch of burster maxes and just sit them in there and wait.
Also, the kill screen notification in the top right corner looks kind of a lot different compared to now. It looks easily more readable. Yeah. 2013 Planetside. Wow. Yeah, and the skybox looks a little bit more colorful. So
Colorful.
yeah, that's how I would describe the skybox in this mode. And the night vision. Oh wait, night vision right there. One second. I'm gonna freeze frame that. Ooh, that looks interesting. Yeah.
Remember the continents used to lock and there's a bunch of orbital strikes would drop on the map?
Yeah, and the menu hasn't changed all that much. It looks more or less the same now, more or less.
True.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that video there, man. Yeah. That's sick. Wait a minute. I'm scrolling up a chat right now just to catch up. Okay. I have PC from 4 years ago, and I run the game at 80, 120 FPS at over 40p Ultra. Sir, man, I'm on an i7. I don't remember what my PC is right now. I wrote it down on my PC equipment page right here. I was planning to upgrade my computer. I've been on this computer right now for 6 years. 6 years, and hang on a sec. It's on the equipment page right here, but I'm still on an i7 4790 CPU, Intel i7 4790, 16GB RAM, and an NVIDIA GTX 960. Yeah, it's pretty old, and I've been planning to get a new computer. I already know exactly what parts I'm gonna get, but unfortunately, as you guys could probably expect it's gonna come at a steep price of it's gonna go really roughly around $3,000 or so. But I'm gonna be using that hardware to my advantage because I actually want to do content creation and stuff with all this hardware here. So, but I don't know if I'm gonna reach this goal anytime soon. But if I was fortunate to get the help, I will make use of it if I was given the chance. So that's an option for anybody else. If there's anybody else that's ever interested to help out with that. And right now, the CPU and GPU prices are insane. They're a lot more expensive than they should be. So But I'm still going to continue doing what I do with my current hardware here. I'm still fortunate to be doing this, and I'm so glad that I have an audience, especially you guys. You guys are great. This raid here, for example, it's I don't know. This is I'm losing my mind again. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Am I back? No. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Like I said, it's like winning the lottery. I think somebody's gonna clip that. But yeah. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna catch up on chat. Oh, Javix, thanks so much for hosting the stream. Thank you. Yeah, Gunuku, I'm on a 6-year-old computer, but I want to get an upgrade so bad. I really want to get an upgrade so I can play newer releases and do more. But yeah. It's very dated, sir. And so, like I was saying earlier, sir, since you guys seem to be interested, I did have a couple of Twitch subs come along our way. I don't know how many subs came in. I lost count. It looks like I'm currently at 25 Twitch subs right now, but I was $5 away from fulfilling the minimum payout threshold for last month. I was going to use that to get a green screen behind me, a collapsible one. Then after that, I'll focus on getting the new computer entirely. Start saving up on that. But like I said before, if you guys are interested to help me out on that and getting it sooner, you guys are more than welcome to. So that's an option. Because I would like to do more. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to catch up on chat right now. I do think that the free-to-play nature of the game is the main reason for lower graphics. Yeah, that's another good point, sir. I don't think it's not a new thing to say. Because, look at these graphics. I mean, even though this content is far from finished, it's still more appealing because, again, not every person out there can afford a high-end computer and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, no worries, Gunuku. Thank you, and Gunuku. Yeah, I appreciate Rail rating. I wasn't expecting it really. I was just having a blast. But it's really great to have an audience, people chatting back to you. It makes it even more fun for me. And Gunuku. Yeah, so Gunuku, I'm a TR main player, but I do have accounts for both VS and NC. This may sound boring, I already said this earlier, but I don't really have any dislike for VS and NC as a faction, because I have accounts for them. Or maybe it's just because I'm so busy in real life that I don't really have a very strong opinion against those two factions that I fight against. So, yeah.